Bah. J'espère que le son il est pas trop fort sur mon bord. Puis ouais. Et voilà, et voilà, et voilà. Alors, on va mettre le son.
The moon was low, a thin crescent that offered very little in the way of light. But these dunes had no secret left to keep from me. The desert, after all, was my home. The only home I'd ever known. My kingdom of dust. All who would call it home fell under my protection. And all who would do harm, I intended to stop. But this night, I found no desert brigand.
Vraiment, j'ai
Instead,
bien hâte de voir.
a single track of footsteps. They led me to a chasm, recently revealed by the shifting sands and ceaseless winds. Upon realizing where this opening led,
Voilà, plein écran.
this temple
Fait que...
I had visited only once before. Still, I knew how dangerous it was, and I knew what treasures lay inside. Eventually, I caught the intruder, but he was not whom I expected. This was
comme ça.
He was a proud warrior, desperate and curious.
Ça, on l'avait vu. Wow, le nombre de vues. Oh, ça a baissé. Oh mon dieu. Passé de 3300 à 3100.
Honor-bound to protect his clan. I urged him to leave, but he was insistent on exploring. Thinking it would be better to supervise him, I offered myself as a guide through the dark temple. When he saw the scarab bracelet, I foolishly told him what it was. I believed he would heed my warning. The relic's awesome power was not meant for us mortals. It was
Alright.
Undisturbed, forgotten. He understood.
Voyons voir.
Parted as friends. Or so I thought. I had misjudged him. I thought he was a man of honor, a warrior with a code. Days later, I found out he had returned to the temple and taken the scarab bracelet for himself. Bullthorn, you have doomed your people. Now they suffer because of you. You may not deserve my help, but they do.
Oh, ça y est. Ça commence. Ouais, quasiment 6000 dans le live. Wow. J'espère que le son puis mon micro il est bon. J'espère que c'est pas trop fort. J'ai pas fait vraiment les check-ups, disons. Et en plus... Ah ouais, c'est vrai, hein? Première fois en live depuis, quoi, un an ou deux? Ouais, 2 ans, un peu. Ouais, un an et demi.
Greetings, players, warriors. The Warriors Den is live once again.
Real couch.
Yes, real couch,
person.
real people, real viewers. Live
amazing.
for the first time in 2 years?
Yeah.
Ouais.
I'm doing it. You're seeing it. It's live. So we're not going to be able to do this every time before we get everyone's like hopes super up. But we've got a new hero, and we wanted to be here with you as a part of it. So we've gone through everything. I've swabbed my nose like 1,000 times to be here. So we're just excited to join into everything with you guys. We've got player guests here.
We do.
We've got like
Player guest. Oh.
It's so awesome. Anyway, but before we get into all the nitty gritty, Vanessa, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
You've been on the Warriors Den before.
Yes.
But never as a host.
No, it's first time.
Is it nervous?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I'm excited. It's the reveal, so. gonna be great.
Team
All
lead
right, and
gameplay.
I believe we have things dropping.
Yes, we
On
do
Twitch.
have.
Ah,
yes,
Twitch
we do have
drop.
Twitch drop. So every 30 minutes of viewing,
Ah, ta gueule, toi.
you will get scavenger crate. That's great, and also a chance to win 100,000 steel, and the year for free, and so many rewards. So that's great, but that's not all. If you're a viewer or a streamer,
Ah,
so
le
there's
28
more
juillet.
reward as
Ok.
well. So if you're a viewer through the Foreigner directory, you can win, get even more reward up to 24 hours through the week of July 28th, up to August 4th. And if you're a streamer, if that's your thing, if you end up in the top 10, if you're like the most popular one, you will get 100,000 steel as well. So yeah, that's cool. Stream the game.
Ouais, les
Rich
choses
is
comme
in the
d'habitude, ça.
business.
That's
Get it.
it.
Be one of the top 10 streamers. Do it.
That's it, but that's not all, Brian, because we're live, because it's a big show today. We also have free week. Free week.
Yes. I've been waiting for the free week.
So starting
Oh!
July 28th
Hey!
up to August 3, so you can play for free.
Ah, Xbox est pas
on,
là.
Ubisoft Connect, Epic, Steam, and PlayStation as well. So
Ah, il y a Ubisoft Connect.
I'm
you can play for
excited. So that's July, the week
Ah,
of
mais non,
July
mais c'est PC,
28th.
ça.
You're going to be able to invite your
Je suis
friends
con.
to try the game out for free and to
Il sort même pas
help
sur Xbox. Sur
incentivize
Xbox, il
your
est pas
friends
gratuit.
to
Oh.
get on board so you can finally complete that allied
En même temps,
border
sur le Game
border
Pass aussi.
for the first time ever.
Pas
We're bringing
besoin.
back friend referral program. So
Yay!
invite as many friends as you want. You can get up to 5 rewards for yourself, and if they play 2 or more hours of For Honor, they can get, what is it? 7 days champions.
Oh,
Ah,
Seven
5
days.
amis, puis t'as
So,
30 jours
and
de
to
statut
help them
champion.
like
Wow.
stick and stay in For Honor, we want to expose them to our awesome community and all of the memes and dreams. And so For Honor is coming to TikTok. That's right.
This is
Ah!
You're going to see For Honor
Pardon?
TikToks made by our team right there on the Ubisoft TikTok. So you can look for that.
The fuck?
Enough about the ticks and the talk.
Pardon.
I think we've got some stuff to read.
Non, non, non.
Yes, it's been a big year. We're halfway through it. We started big with a pretty boy, hero skin.
Key conditions.
Ramiel, Ramiel came in.
Oh,
We
ça c'est
also
intéressant,
had,
ça.
a wyvern. It's not a dragon. It's a wyvern. Kevin.
No,
Ok, un
it's the
autre
best
Outlander.
boy.
Is the best boy.
D'accord.
So that was great for the golden age. Starting the year.
On sait
big.
d'en avant, ça va être quoi.
Season 2. So that's right now. We just went through
Il y a
tier
2 sets.
1 with a hero
Ah,
skin
je
as
comprends
well.
pas
And
ça.
oh, I think I'm seeing a glitch. Is it me or?
I'll get a tech person.
Yeah,
on
okay,
it.
so that's fine. So season
Ah.
3, you will notice, I'm pretty sure you noticed that tier 1 we don't have a hero skin, but it's coming at tier 2. I feel like it's related to a
Pourquoi
candy
2 sets?
related event.
I mean, I was a little scared when they told me about it.
C'est un
Spooky about
skin
it.
aussi.
And that's not all. We also we hear you guys. So
Attends, je
cosplay
vais baisser
phase
le
2,
son un peu.
you will get more news during season 3 as well. So for
Parce
to
qu'on
finish
s'en
up
fout
the
un peu
year,
ce qu'ils disent,
season
hein,
4, sorry.
honnêtement.
So much stuff. Tier 1 hero skin back.
Ah, ils ont mis le Reddit.
Back to back,
Ah,
and
c'est
tier 2
cool.
the latest Outlander hero that will beautifully wrap up the year. So that's gonna be great.
I just want to make sure y'all heard that correct because I'm
Ouais,
pretty
c'est
sure
pas,
as soon as I said
le son est
Crossplay
bon,
Phase 2,
pas trop,
chat just lost
pas
its
trop
mind.
fort. Enfin, peut-être
New
sur
hero,
mon
new
bord,
end of the
mais
year.
j'ai fait exprès.
Another Outlander.
More news later, but let's go back to this
Yeah.
season, Brian. We
Yeah,
have
'cause we
Putain.
got some great TV.
yeah.
Quasiment
Yeah,
atteint
we
10
had
000 là, ici
the
en
event
bas. Là.
Justice of the Pharaohs, or Justice of Pharaohs. They messed it up again.
Tout ça qu'il y a
Battle Pass,
pas à
Hero
gauche,
Skin
c'est ce qui a été
Testing Grounds,
passé. À droite, c'est ce qu'on
and
a.
Hero Fest. But coming up in
28 juillet.
season 2, we've got, where am I? There you are. Stop, Max. We've got armor
Ah, ouais,
variations.
c'est la semaine prochaine.
Make sure, new hero. You heard it. I want to make sure. New hero.
It's
Hero's
coming.
new. There's a new hero. And then we've got Covenant Games,
Yes.
Horko's Masquerade
Yes.
is coming back. Quick note on that, though. The last 2 heroes plus the new one, unfortunately, are going to have some delayed content associated with
Yeah, it's gonna
Horko's
come later, I
Masquerade.
think. Yeah.
But it'll be coming. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And then we got Hero Fest.
Yes.
It's going to be...
Zanhu and Shaman.
Oh, on s'en fout. Allez, passez le nouveau héros, là. Montrez le trailer, là.
And then Battle of the Eclipse, throwback.
S'en fout.
I'm
Ah.
excited for this because I am
Peux pas skip.
unabashed Peace Daddy War Mommy Stan. That's the
That was a
OTG
cool event,
for
yeah.
me.
Ah, comment on s'en fout.
And again, the latest 2 heroes, so Kyoshin and Pirate, as well as the new hero, unfortunately will not receive rewards from that because they didn't exist when it happened. However, but wait, there's more. Silver lining, we are bringing back the event track. So if your job got in the way, school got in the way, your mom was like, clean your room, or your girlfriend was like, can we please have a date? And you didn't finish the event track, you'll be able to pick up right where you left off and finish the go. So
Oh non, fais pas chier.
Good.
But yeah, I think that
Correction, un sable de
Is it
merde.
the time to reveal?
well, I mean they put this
Yeah,
thing
they
up
put
here.
some stuff
and I don't
here.
Ah oui.
I don't know.
Reveal.
We have some top tier tech stagehands
Yeah.
with us.
Ah, les
that you've never
techniciens.
seen before in your life.
Yes, let's go.
But yeah, I think we should drop this and show everyone.
Ah
What
non,
it's
oui, ils
about.
ont déjà
Should we
montré un
drag
peu.
it out?
Yeah, maybe we can just talk.
I mean, they
about-
love it when
Yeah,
we
they
just
love it.
take our time
That's
and just I
cool.
run my frickin'
How was
mouth.
your day? How's your day?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a great breakfast.
Okay, I think we should
anyway,
do it.
let's
I
do a
think we should do
countdown.
it.
We'll do a countdown.
Yes.
Do a countdown. Okay, so 3, 2, 1.5, 1.
C'est pas un
1
si big
and
event non
3/4,
plus,
1
calmez-vous,
and
là.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
go,
go.
do it.
Do it. There
Oh,
you go, guys.
Boosh! Look at that Magi hero.
Oh, hey, j'aime bien ce que au
Available
milieu, là.
July 28th.
Enfin,
That's
en-
1 week, y'all. 1
Là où est-ce qu'il y a la
week.
tête
Amazing.
d'Anubis un
You're
peu.
gonna have the hero in your hands. Such
Ooh.
a chesty boy. I am so excited for everyone to learn everything that we have for you today about this hero.
Mhm.
Le 28 juillet.
First,
Bon.
if your mind's not blown enough already, we've got one more thing to blow your mind. Well, we got a lot, but one thing right now, and that is the Magi reveal trailer.
Yes.
Le Magi. Hey, comme sur Assassin's Creed d'origine. C'est parti, très là.
In the vestiges of my homeland, legends speak of the scarab bracelet. Fated to curse any other who would sully it. What is mine by right was stolen. Heathmore suffers, and I am the only one who can stop it. I will reclaim my birthright by whatever means necessary.
Damn! Wow, le trailer fou! Wow! Ok. Quoi dire là-dessus? C'est wow! Son âme qui peut se scinder en deux pour devenir un peu comme le berserk. Fait que d'après moi, ça va falloir sans doute maintenir RT ou RB.
What an amazing trailer. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That was so great. I have so many
Ah,
guests with me
y a pas de
today.
gamer
So,
là-dedans.
William,
Non, c'est
Andre,
faux.
Andrew, Anastasia, welcome to the
Pas les
Warriors Den.
joueurs de
Welcome
fort,
to
non.
live. First time for Andre for Warriors Den and live as well.
Wait,
so
you said live? This is live?
yes, it's live.
We're live, guys.
Attends, mais ces armes-là sont utilisées pour le motion capture. Le
So
retour
we're
du
ready
motion
to go,
capture.
we'll dive into Magi right now.
Enfin,
So
c'est
Stefan,
plus du recyclage.
tell us about Magi.
Enfin,
Tell us about like,
peut-être.
the creation of this hero.
Absolutely. Really excited to bring you the Magi hero, the Egyptian warrior. Basically, we know that the Outlanders have kind of opened up the world. The pirates opened up the seas. We've opened up the Lost Horizons. And now we have the opportunity to have fighters from all around the world
That's great.
enter for honor. So this is awesome. Thank you to the Outlanders faction. This is super cool. So what are the Outlanders to us, basically? It gives us two major kind of opportunities.
The fuck le son?
Heroes from any individual culture in the world. And then, of
Okay.
course, I mean, who's excited for Egypt? Everybody. So this is our first on our hit parade, basically.
Yeah, and they bring, I guess, with them different style of gameplay as well, unique stuff, right?
Absolutely. That's the other kind of like core feature really of the Outlanders is like what's like a unique gameplay opportunity for each.
Mais il y a un problème de son là. C'est moi ou. Non?
As long as you're locked.
And we have the props to that today. So the
On dirait
props
qu'il
are
cache
like
des
the
infos.
cap, we made it build
Ça a l'air de quoi le
on
chat?
scale as well, so it's 8 feet long.
Pas de là.
I think you should like
Rip audio.
I know it's not a, yeah.
Oh, that was so much better than
Ah, c'est ça, c'est une arme motion capture
There
ça.
you go.
Enfin, une arme.
There's a magnet in
Un
it.
objet pour le motion capture.
So yeah, that's great. I mean, it's fun to have a weapon and a play style really different for this hero.
Absolutely. I mean, like you might know, like Highlander gets knocked out of its second form all the time. This character gets to sit in it, in locked while they want. So it's really cool.
I can wait to dive more into gameplay later. But let's talk about the history of the character and the archetype. Like, who is Medjay?
Yeah, so
C'est un assassin de la confrérie des assassins.
A very fun challenge, but hugely challenging because there are two
Non, je
fighting
sais pas.
styles. And so this created twice the work for all departments. When it came time to craft the archetype backstory, we knew that the weapon was definitely the starting point. And so our
Bienvenue
backstory
à
of the hero
Dozen of
goes
My
that they
Loyal
developed
Medjay.
this new dual wielding fighting style
Un
in
chariot
order
de
to
dés.
repel invaders.
Ok.
Because they are a lost civilization
Un
of Egypt.
archétype.
Unfortunately, in For Honor universe,
Bon.
Egypt's been destroyed in the Cataclysm.
En tout cas, c'est clair que ça va être un hybride.
And pillage the remnants of their culture. And so the Medjay take their Fanax.
Il risque d'avoir difficulté, un moveset difficile entre guillemets.
Instantly reattach it, ideally for group fights because that has a bit more of a wider reach.
Ça, c'est ce que je peux
So
voir.
this makes them incredibly elite, deadly warriors. But what's also really remarkable about the Medjay is that they're noble warriors driven by a code. They're really not going to kill unless absolutely necessary to protect the innocent or once again to safeguard the secrets of their culture.
I love that the narrative is connected to the gameplay, to the weapon, to the fighting style. So everything is connected, and the weapon as well. So I think it's great. Let's dive into the character itself, Jan. So what
Eh,
can you tell us
Poppy,
about Neferka?
Yeah, so Neferka is our main Medjay. He's the
Neferka.
last descendant of the pharaohs, and he's the leader of the Medjay as a group. Now, as Andre
Le
said,
leader.
in the world of For Honor, Egypt prospered a long time ago, but it was destroyed during the Cataclysm. So now it's left nothing but, you know, desert sands and fallen ruins and all that. So the Medjay are like the last defenders of their culture. They keep that history alive through them. And Neferka is the
D'après moi, ça
leader
serait
of that
un
whole
gender
endeavor,
lock.
basically. And now, as we know, part of those relics, there is the scarab bracelet. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because it was the Star of TU1.
Yes.
It was a relic that Bolthorn, the Viking, stole from the temple. Now, here's the thing about Bolthorn and Neferka is that when Bolthorn ventured in the desert, he crossed paths with Neferka. Neferka was on to him.
Also, they met for real.
They met for real. Neferka saw him go into the temple, and he thought he could befriend him, maybe guide him, try to protect their treasures, and like be a nice guy at the same time, you know. But unfortunately, Bolthorn had ideas of his own. He betrayed Neferka's trust, stole the bracelet, and took it back home.
And brought a curse with him.
Oh, il va avoir une grosse pluie chez moi. Ça pourrait faire du bruit. Fait que désolé en avance.
Friendship story. It's actually inspired by Andre and I's
Oh, really?
friendship. Yeah,
It's our origin
That's how
story,
you
yeah.
met, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. But we saw the fight in the trailer as well.
Exactly. So yeah, Neferka is like Bolthorn. You kind of deserve this for doing what you did, but also like too many people are gonna die and being.
Bon, l'histoire c'est bien, mais je veux du gameplay là. Je veux voir ses movesets.
Yeah, and then this.
Je veux voir à quel point il est broken.
Oh my god, I love it. So bringing the ancient Egypt into
Ah, c'est
the
beau, c'est
world
beau.
of
Ah,
war,
vraiment.
what was it for? Because it's a real place. So what was it for, historically speaking, Andre? What can you tell us about it?
There's so much history for us to draw on.
Mais son teint de peau, c'est-tu le teint de peau de base? Ou ils l'ont changé?
But But yeah, when we did our research, we realized.
boring.
Okay.
Je vais garder son teint de peau original, là,
The
mais
original meaning for Magi was
c'est ce que je me
it
demande,
meant
là,
someone
parce
who
qu'il est
could
plus
live
noir
like
que
Egypt
le
in
teint de
Nubia,
peau
which is a
de
regional
base qui est
Nile river.
utilisé, je trouve.
But over time, this meaning changes. It
Mais
comes to mean
je vais pas le
evil
changer, son teint de
ranger,
peau.
because the Magi
J'ai
become
jamais
an
changé,
elite
non.
police force in Egypt, and they're the guards.
Et nous, ils sont tout en
and they
recouverts
really
d'or.
contribute to making
Si le
Egypt
teint
a
de peau
superpower
ne
of
change
the
pas
day.
grand-chose.
And so the pharaohs tasked them with guarding the most valuable places in Egypt, temples, tombs, the borders. And so they're incredibly well-respected elite warriors. And this peaks around the 18th dynasty. Unfortunately, by the 20th dynasty, their names disappear from the records. And we don't really know what happens to them, which is a shame. But their names will forever live on as elite warriors.
It's crazy how many like research you guys had to do to create this hero and to make it like feel real into our world. So going into art right now, Andrew, Anastasia. So Andrew, what can you tell us about the creation of this hero, artistically speaking? Sorry.
Thank you. The Magi, Neferka is a quite special character.
Eh ben, il a changé de
for
dos.
our history.
Il s'est transformé en
we
charme.
started with the Knight, Viking, and Samurai, three specific cultures as a faction, and then a year after we introduced the Wulin as a different culture. After that, we were maintaining within these four different cultures, and then went on for about four. And then fifth year, we introduced the Outlander, hinting that there's some other cultures existing outside. In that fact, Magi is a quite special and meaningful character because he gives us a possibility. He shows the possibility that there's other culture, other warriors that is existing from other country, which makes our map was flat, but now it's not. It's a round.
So the world is not flat.
Believe it or not, it is a round.
Sorry, what? The world is not. The world is round.
What?
The world is
Breaking
round,
news.
Your Honor. But not only that, I mean, basically, while we were kind of researching on this culture, it was quite exciting. It's a new culture, Egypt, and Meiji brought us new style, new patterns, new silhouette, everything was quite new. So the team, it kind of brought us a fresh wind to the For Honor team.
Yeah.
But as excited as it was for reality, it was a tough. There was a lot of challenges that we had to do because it's a new culture that we had to adopt it into foreigner world. So it's not something that current or ancient Egypt just to bring it to the foreigner. We have to retranslate it. So that was a quite good challenge, but then it was quite exciting. But enough of that. Let's take a look at the concept art.
Yes, we do have concept. It's been a while. It's been a while since we had concept.
It's been a few years. I think.
Intéressant.
Oh my god.
Here's
en
the concept
plus.
art of Magi. This is default set. He's a confident character. He's a strong, masculine, and he's a massive guy. So you don't want to mess with him when he's passing by.
Don't.
But in characteristic and
C'est vrai
personality,
qu'elle a
we
l'air
want to
master.
make him the caring, kind, warm, and responsible. So protecting his people and the innocent people. So that's something that we wanted to add it up. And also, he's an elite warrior. At the same time, he's a lawyer bloodline. So his armor has a sophisticated decorations and engravings and patterns were applied onto the characters. Structure-wise, we made sure to start with the Egyptian regular traditional outfits. But then on top of that, we left enough room for concept artists to research to make them invite into the For Honor and then retranslate it so he fits into our game. But
I love that.
fashion was amazing. The research in the Egypt was quite exciting, but that's not the only thing that was exciting. The other one that was catching our eyes was a mythology.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the set.
Ah, ça c'est mieux ça.
That's so great.
So amazing.
Tellement
So
mieux. Oh my god.
second set
Oh,
was
le casque.
something that we were kind of
Ah,
focusing
le
more on the
casque.
mythology, and then this is where we are taking the inspiration from the Egyptian god figurative, the mask and the head, and there's Anubis inspirations and Horus. And the
On s'entend que les ornements vont aller sur les épaulières. Hein? Je pense que c'est un peu évident.
Take a look at all the variations later, but then it's going to stand out pretty well in the battle.
Ça va être parfait pour utiliser des ornements en or.
see that coming for you. You just run away,
Yeah.
basically.
But during the Warriors Night, we usually don't show the back part of it. So here's the turntable that we
Ooh.
prepare for you. So it's a sneak peek of how it's going to look on the back side of
That
it.
looks so great.
Ah, c'est bon.
The whole
love that.
concept team did an amazing job, a
Yeah.
character team, but at the same time,
Fait que j'imagine que les parties
Yes.
blanches, c'est là où est-ce que tu
really
pourras changer.
exceptional job.
Ici, ah.
Wow.
Look at that badass.
Ah ouais, putain.
I
la
love the
vache.
color. I love the pop of color. A little bit like the. I love it.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
texture.
Ah là, je sais
is
pas où
gold
c'est
and
carré les
it's-
couleurs.
It's
C'est
not the
c'est
only
mauvais.
armor variations that's going to be standing out.
Mhm.
This character has something very special, as we introduced at the beginning with Steph, the weapon.
The weapon. Yes, Anastasia, tell us more about the weapon and the design of the weapon because I see that it's pretty intricate. So, what can you tell us about the weapon?
Yeah, sure. As it was mentioned before,
Ouais,
now,
pas bien.
we have this two-sided fan axe that can be turned into two axes,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool, but it was pretty challenging for our team to make it look great and also believable, that it makes sense and
Mhm.
you can actually have it in real life, like we did. So, yeah. So the tricky part was these handles that have to be connected with the special lock, and our team did a great job in designing this special lock
It's really great.
for that.
Ah,
so
weapon
here
showcase.
we can see the evolution of this weapon. We're starting with
Je sais pas pourquoi ça saccade de même.
Magi weapon that
Yeah.
was
On va rester là-dessus.
inherited by his ancestors, and while
Ah,
we're
ouais.
moving, we see that the shape
Ouais,
is
ok.
getting more and more complicated. We see more interesting patterns and
Non, il y a moyen de faire de
designs
quoi.
that was inspired by Egyptian mythology creatures
Beaucoup d'or.
and
Beaucoup
the
d'or.
epic weapons. Here, the theme of the
Si on
epic
passe au bronze
weapons,
ensuite, je pense que
is
c'est comme de
Egyptian
l'argent.
gods, and also
C'est de la-
some,
D'après moi, le blanc sur
historic
l'arme au
moments,
milieu, là,
that happened
pour moi, le blanc, il
in
pourra changer de
Maji's,
couleur.
History.
Oh.
Yes, and now you can see my favorite
Voyons.
one with the
Cat
black
one?
cat. Yes.
Oh, I love it. The character is great. The conception
Est-ce
of
que
the
c'est
character, the
tout?
weapon. But you spoke about armor variation.
On dirait que
Andrew.
c'est tout.
Can we see that?
Of course. Let's
Je trouve qu'il n'y en a pas
Let's
beaucoup.
roll.
Well,
Oh, les armures!
mentioned, this time
Let's go.
we have
Fait que c'est un gender lock.
3 variations each, and 3 variations will have an alternate version of each variation. So basically, there's
3
one without the
variations
hat,
de
there's the
chaque
other one
arme.
without the hat. Many variations, so players
Attends,
will
3?
be able to play and customize in different ways because the one and the other has a different options on it. It's a fantastic fashion that they have it, and of course, as
Non,
we
ok,
go
2.
through, we'll
Ouais,
be
ouais,
able to see all these gods figurine of the mask throughout the presentation.
I really love it. Oh my god. This one is great. It's funny, Anastasia, because you mentioned the intricate part.
Fuck le
And
masque.
that was part of the first conversation we had because we had to make it like happen fast.
Ah, mais c'est du
for gameplay
bandage!
purposes, but
Oh!
also make
Puis je pense
sense.
qu'on pourra changer la couleur
this
du
one has
bandage sur
magnets,
le
so I don't
premier
know
set.
if they have magnets. Andrew, maybe you know.
It's another one of the Magi secrets. How
Okay.
it works.
Okay, so you brought magnet into it more. So we used that, but at first we used a twist.
Ah
The
ouais.
mocap it just didn't work out.
C'est
Really
quoi sa
well, so it was
variation?
a bit weird to handle as well. So
Bon, le cas, il change pas bien, ben.
oh, that's the the which god is that? Is
Anubis.
wow.
Another thing that's fun too about the weapon, so
Okay.
something that we're doing this.
Oh,
on
what, le
is,
crocodile?
the hero page website.
Man.
Website,
Oh,
we'll
putain,
have
je
a
préfère
list
mieux
of
Anubis,
all
hein.
the weapon names and as well as a lore description, so people
Attends, c'est
will
quelle
get to know why
divinité
they're
ça, le
called what they're
croco?
called. It gives
Ah,
a bit
j'ai
of
pas le nom.
context, to
Y
the
aura-tu
weapons,
l'oiseau
give them
aussi?
a bit of history as well.
I love more lore attached to the weapon because I feel like
Oh.
you
Ouais, ouais,
when
il y
you
aura.
choose it, it's not only visual, it's
Okay.
like the backstory. So you're like more into it because you choose the weapon for this reason. So do you have a
Exactly,
favorite
yeah.
one?
Yeah, my favorite one is we call it the Night Claws, and it's basically the weapon that was wielded by this sort of like Black Ops team of Magi that the pharaohs would send to execute specific targets,
Wow.
stuff like that.
Oh, I love it. So guys, we're gonna go into gameplay. It's happening really soon.
Ah,
So thank you so much
gameplay!
for coming,
C'est
to
ce que je veux
joining us
voir, là.
for the live stream. Don't forget the hero will be available July 28th for an exclusivity period for $8, but after that you can buy it for 15,000 still after 2 weeks. So thank you so much,
Après
guys.
2 semaines!
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon
C'est pas une
for
semaine?
more gameplay stuff.
Ça semblait que c'était une semaine. Bon. Oh, regardez en bas. Exhibition. Ah, c'est l'event, ça. Cosmétique. Ça, j'imagine, c'est les armures variations des héros. Patch note. Patch note. Competitive update. C'est encore lisse. Warp up. Don't know what it is. Je sais vraiment pas c'est quoi. Bon, gameplay. J'espère qu'il y aura des joueurs pour le gameplay, mais genre c'est des gens qui ont vraiment joué à Fort Nord, genre au-dessus de 250 réputations. Pas des petits 30-50. Je veux voir des personnes qui ont énormément de réputation. Et surtout, qui savent jouer comme du monde. Ça, on est chaud au deuxième point. Et on a déjà fait... il est quasiment fait 30 minutes, hein. 30 minutes, quasiment. Enfin, non. Enfin, sur mon live, c'est 30 minutes. Dans la vraie vie, c'est 28 minutes. Parce que vu qu'on a lancé ça à midi, bah, il est midi 28. Mais bon. Fait que 30 minutes. Puis il reste tout ça encore à voir. Okay. Ça va finir, il va être 1h15 à peu près. Vu que c'est en live, ça prend un peu plus de temps. Hein? Le temps qu'ils se placent tout, qu'ils se mettent bien. Fait qu'ils ont genre quoi, 2 minutes pour tout faire. Les lives c'est bien, mais les vidéos c'est peut-être mieux. Parce qu'il y a, oui, ils ont eu le temps de s'organiser, faire du montage, tout ça. Parce qu'en live, les rattrapages. Quand tu te fails, hein. Puis c'est montré à tout le monde. Alright!
Welcome back. This is the time we're gonna talk about gameplay.
Ah,
So I
y a
have
pas-
with me Stefan and Ben. Welcome, guys. I hope you're doing well.
Oh yeah, we're doing super.
So let's talk about Magi. Ben, in 3 words, describe Magi.
Duality, specialized, and I'm gonna add imposing.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get to why in the coming segment
Pretty
for sure.
soon.
Yeah.
Donc un héros plus
Awesome.
orienté
So
duel.
Stefan, tell us more about the gameplay fight style of this hero.
Absolutely. So as we said before, an
Est-ce qu'elle dit
outlander
Stéphane,
is
mais genre
a
français?
unique culture, in this case Egyptian, which is cool. We just talked all about that. And the second is unique gameplay opportunities. As we said, Pirates has the feats in chain, and here the Magi has transform, the ability to have 2 separate modes while in locked combat at all times. So unlike Highlander, where you get smacked and you're knocked out of your second mode all the time, this character gets to live in that mode as much as they want. So you have 2 completely kind of separate kits in the same kit.
It's like 2 in
basically.
1.
Exactly.
Basically. Wow. So Ben, I feel like we should just dive into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So this is the fun part. Let's go with the chains first, right?
Sure.
Start with the
Garde
basics.
fixe.
The chain, if you're familiar with Shaolin, it's exactly the same. So you're going into light, heavy, light, heavy, heavy, light, heavy, light. As long as you're alternating, you're going to get the chain going.
Tourne, mon gars! L'épée avec le berserk.
Chain lights are enhanced, so you can keep going all the time. And if you press light twice, for example, you're gonna get into your finisher light.
Sure.
If you
Ah, les
press
lights,
twice, you're gonna go into your finisher
pas
heavy,
super
and that's the end
rapides.
of your chain. So
Oh, les
that's out of the
dégâts!
way.
Oh my god!
As you can see,
Attends,
from
ouais,
here,
la deuxième
And
ligne.
heavies just so we can get all the damage values for those
Oh, yeah.
recording along at home.
Yes.
32.
There you
Wow.
go.
Tra-
There you go, recorded.
Tabarnak, il fait
as
mal.
you can see, everything is on interruptible stance as soon as you get into the chain.
Ah, non, c'est tout le temps de même au début.
You
Fait tout le temps
actually
super
have,
mal.
this gigantic
27,
lightning
30.
around the end.
27, 32. Ih!
as really imposing
Ah, comme
arcs.
les griffons, ça.
And basically, this is kind of telling you that this is a hero that's going to be comfortable in group fights. One is in.
Mais t'avais pas dit dueliste?
Let's get through the rest of the kit real quick.
Sure.
So you have side dodge heavies, classic.
Ouais,
Pesky,
hybride,
Black
normal.
Rider bashes and shoulder bashes. Dodge forward
Ça ressemble un
heavy,
peu à ça.
which, if I can show it off here.
Ah non, c'est du recyclage.
Which is close the gap, prevent someone from rolling out.
Ah, c'est des movesets recyclés, ça, encore.
We have the zone, which, as you can see, has very short forward range, but that's on purpose because usually you want to kind of target the guy in front of you and hit the guy that's behind you. If it would go forward a lot, you would miss those external hits. So that would feel a lot worse than have a zone that is like moving a lot forward.
Ça fait genre un
Next,
360.
we have the big payoff bind move, which is the dodge forward guard break. There you go. Kind of like a demon embrace.
20?
Immediate damage and it chains
Wow, il fait mal.
Into your chain lights, your chain heavies.
Ça fait mal pour
Stuff, and
une sorte de
you can
bâche.
perform it after any light in chain. So
Tous les lights.
target swap and hit
Seulement les
someone,
lights,
in a
ok.
group fight surprise. And you'll understand like why we're doing this a bit later when we get into the access mode. You'll see.
D'accord.
I think that covers. Oh yeah, I guess we got the guard break. Guard break punish, kind of not the usual one. So you'll have a top guard break punish for this hero. Remember, if you're playing
24.
Warlord, you know that you have to go top to get that guaranteed heavy. With Magi, don't do side, or you'll get this. Not
Ok,
fun.
donc c'est juste le top. Ok.
Otherwise, I think we're ready to go.
I think so. Let's just kind of sum up this form a little bit. So if you're in staff mode, you've got big trajectories, you've got uninterruptible stance, and you've got a really good gank melee move that lets you do direct damage and so on. So it's kind of speaking to you as like, if you're in a group fight, this is your group fight mode
And
that
the
you want to
lane
be in.
as well, I guess. It's good for clearing.
It's very good for clearing the lane, in my humble opinion at least.
Oh no, but everyone's opinion. I think.
Okay, perfect. So that's basically, we've seen one mode. This is what you want to use it for. So now the question is, what's the second mode?
All right, so I mean, we're gonna talk about the mode switch a bit, I guess. So walk back and guard break is your mode switch special. So
Fait que c'est pas comme la lane 2.
to switch between modes, you are a bit vulnerable while you're doing this, so you don't want to be caught with your pants down, wanting to switch in the middle of a fight. But we have ways to speed that up. So, for example, you want to be in access mode coming into a fight. Yeah, this is a duel. I'm like, I don't want to be in staff mode. Boom, you can enter lock, back and guard break, and it's going to be a quick transform, we call. Same thing for every recovery that the character has can be cancelled with this quick transform, so you can be in the mode that you want as fast as possible.
Fait que tu peux alterner entre les deux hyper
have it
rapidement.
on a parry cancel. So if Steph, you want to throw a heavy
Parry cancel?
there you go. You can
Okay.
and still get your guaranteed damage that you would have had from like that heavy or light parry.
So not only like you can just switch the mode like that, but you can really like do like a follow up like attack, axe, quick stand. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
cool.
can
It's
have,
cool
like,
that you're
it's a
like
really
Tu peux
cool
enchaîner en
like,
interchangeant
it's
l'arme.
super cool to see. I love
Ah ouais.
what we did here.
Yeah, I'm super happy with it on parry especially because that's a time a lot of times where you're like, oh, I thought it was a duel, but now it's a group fight. So I got to parry off at some point and I can transform into the mode I want or vice versa.
Ah, il va être vraiment intéressant quand même, le héros. Je veux voir à quel point il est pété.
That was a big challenge that we had because it was always going back into a staff. And thank you to Tariq and the GPP team to helping us creating like magic, programmer magic to make it happen. So I don't know if you can show like when you get it into axe. So
do it.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, this hero has been a long time coming. Like
That was a
we
big
had
challenge, yeah.
a lot of work to do before we even started.
Ouais, c'est sûr,
working
c'est
on
beaucoup de
it.
travail.
So it's a great achievement and it's super cool that we get
Yeah,
to show
can-
it
can-
off
Le
today.
premier héros qui peut interchanger
I
en
mean, we're
arme.
gonna get through the access
Fait que
mode
ça va
first.
ouvrir des
Okay,
possibilités pour des prochains
I'm
héros.
just too excited.
Calm
Sorry.
down.
Sorry,
Calm
I'm too
down.
excited.
I mean, she's the animator girl, so of course she wants to see executions.
We'll see it all.
All right, so
Comment ça,
Magi
anime girl?
in access mode, he has move parity. That's what we call it. I don't know if we made that up, but it means that whatever you're pressing in one mode, it's gonna do something in the other mode. So if I go dodge forward heavy in access mode, there's something there. If I do side dodge heavy in axis mode, there's something there.
C'est
If I do
basiquement
zone,
la même
obviously,
chose.
there's a zone. If I do the dodge forward guard break, instead of being a big bind move, it's a super quick unreactable bash that this time
Un bash
guarantees a
normal.
light and of course combos into itself.
Oh!
And you have
Ouais, ça
the
coûte pas mal de
finishers
stam.
that
Ça
if
fait
I
pas
run
si
the
mal.
punishable stance, have
Et 30! Oh my god.
good old unblockable property.
There with the input parity is basically like we taught you all the moves
30
that you
dégâts.
have in staff mode.
Même en ce
So
mode.
using the
On
same
dit dans ce
moves,
mode-là, il ferait moins de dégâts, mais
you
non.
do the
C'est...
same character,
Il en fait tout autant. Oh my god.
in the axe mode, and you get moves basically. So yeah, they have different properties and different use cases, but basically
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So like there is literally two move sets, but since you know once you know what to press in one, you'll know what to press in the other one, and then it's just a matter of having like properties, for example, 400 ms chain lights, and the unblockable heavy finishers. So I think that gets us to the executions, right?
Yes.
okay.
Oh. All right, no more invincible. Let's see him real quick.
Ah ouais.
I got this guy.
Ah, c'est des chains à l'infini.
So
They're we had so much fun in mocap, like doing the stuff like detach, attach, detach, attach during the execution. I love it.
and if you are in access mode, you will be reverting to staff mode if you start an execution, if you go into the execution timer,
Okay.
and if you go out of lock. Same thing here. So yeah, that's a good thing to know.
Fait que le stat
But
initial,
it's
c'est
probably
le...
best to go into access mode
le
when
staff,
you-
le
So
bâton.
what would be the logical transition if you play a hero, like in terms of fight kit or play style, like to play the Magi? Which hero would be like them?
I think it depends what you're used to. Basically, like if you
Oh là là.
yeah, this one is-
Had to get it out of my system. Sorry.
if you're used to big trajectory characters, your JJs, your Griffins, then you will, I think, quite naturally learn the group fight aspect of this, the staff mode side of this. And if you're used to some of the characters that can kind of nuke you down quickly if things go their way, the assassins or berserker, let's say, you'll quite quickly.
Tu vas pas juste nous montrer 2 execs là? Tu peux en avoir jusqu'à 4 là.
Exactly.
Montre les 4.
So should we get into the feats next?
Yes, we should do that.
Ah,
Yeah, right.
non, bon,
All
non,
right.
non, juste montrer 2,
Two
dommage.
modes extends all the way to the
Bon,
feats.
des
It
aptitudes.
does. That's why I said duality earlier. So I'm super happy that we managed to do this. It was a hurdle, but we managed to do a hero where each of the feats has 2 different uses.
That's
So
crazy.
basically, the hero has kind of like 8 feats.
2
Let's
différents
roll the video.
usages.
The videos.
Par.
So on the
Oh.
first feat, we
Oh.
have the Sunshine Strength. When you get a kill in staff mode, for the duration of your life, you will now have a defense buff for as long as you live. So as soon as you die, you're going to lose it, but you're in access mode, you're in staff mode. As soon as you get that buff, you're going to keep it. And next, we have the opposite in access mode. And you have that feat activated, you will now get a passive attack buff for the duration
buff
of
d'attaque.
your life. And the fun part, the quest, as we call it, is that once you get both buffs, you can get both buffs at once. And so you are a passively buffed defense and attack hero for the rest of your life. And that's even scarier, knowing what the hero can do.
Exactly. So you get to keep each of these pieces. So kind of your goal, as you say, your quest in each life is try to get a kill in one mode, and then you get to keep the defensive buff of the little thing you see on the shoulders forever until you die. And then ideally, if you get it in the other mode, then you get the attack one as well. You see your hands glowing and your shoulders glowing, and you'll be like, I'm left all the time.
22. Ah, c'est 2 dégâts en moins, c'est pas...
The Moonlight Drain,
C'est des petits buffs.
which, as
Des
its
petits
name
buffs.
implies, is a
C'est
debuff. So
27.
if you hit your
Oh,
melee
ouais.
bind attack with the staff mode, you'll see a debuff on your opponent. That debuffs its defense. So this is your bit.
Ah, ça c'est tout ce qui est bash.
That will hopefully have your allies nearby, ready to.
Ça
do
réduit
damage.
sa
And
défense.
if your opponent is debuffed at the same time, he's gonna eat a lot of damage. So fits really well with the game plan. And if we go with the
C'est
staff
27 ici.
equivalent, the axis equivalent,
Ah.
sorry, You hit your little unreactable buff there. That's going to apply a debuff on the attack of the opponent, giving you an edge in that combat in that
21.
duel, allowing you
C'est
to
trop de
take
dégâts
a
en
bit
moins.
more damage. And since it's a move that you'll be landing often, you can expect your opponent to be debuffed.
Ah, c'est intéressant. C'est intéressant.
I like that both like staff and axe, they kind of like talk to each other.
Ça dure pas
They're
très
kinda
longtemps, là,
similar,
fait
but
que
different, depend on the
ça va.
mode,
Là.
so I feel like it's
Exactly. So
Mais c'est
we
juste
have,
que
we
tu peux
have
tellement
the
l'enchaîner
ability to
que tu
have
pourrais l'avoir
a
quasiment tout
feat
le temps.
set
Mais ça
that,
dure pas longtemps. Genre un
reflects
petit
the
3 secondes, je
duality
pense.
that you get in axe is made
Passif
of
instantané. Fait
and
que
axe. So
y a pas de
another
recharge sur le
example is
passif.
the third feat, cerebrally, which is healing around you. You're going to be in a group fight a lot, so that's what you want to have. If you are
Un
access
petit
mode,
heal.
it's a greedy mode. You want to get healing for yourself, or it's going to be more healing, obviously, than
Donc
the
plus
staff
de
counter.
heal.
But
Okay.
yeah, honestly, it's just a greedy.
C'est une barre complète.
greedy
C'est pas
thing.
grand chose.
I love that both.
Mais ça compense
like your staff, your
vu
whole
que.
kit is about being like
Ouais,
group
ça
fighting,
va. C'est
and
pas
it's
pété.
reflected in the feat here,
Je trouve ça
essentially.
pas
This
tant
is super
pété.
good. You can heal your friends, and then vice versa. If you're an axe, your whole mode is about 1v1ing. So if you can heal yourself for a bit more than you could heal a group, this is awesome.
And there you go. And the big payoff reflects that as well. On the feat 4, we have
Quatrième
on
feat.
staff a big
Donc une
projectile
grenade.
AoE that you can throw around and hit people that are bunched up in a group fight for medium damage. And then you have the
50.
Axis mode, which, if you've been paying attention,
Ouais.
is a single target projectile
Ah.
that deals a crap ton of damage to just one person.
Attends, j'ai pas vu les dégâts.
And that pretty much covers all of
70? Oh my god.
Super curious to see how this heals
Oh, ok.
in the
Je
competitive
m'attendais au
scene
même
and
nombre de
that's
dégâts que la grenade, mais non,
yeah,
ça
so
fait
up
plus
to
mal.
now,
Logique. Ben oui, logique.
Composition like of the team will fit the most
70.
with, like Magi, like
Et c'est un peu moins bon.
I
Ça.
think
Mais
there's
c'est
a
le
lot of
quatrième
variety
feat. Fait que
actually to this because of the duality aspect.
ça fait
You
tellement
can
mal.
kind of play Magi a little bit differently depending on either your situation or your team's comp or your skill set. Do you need to win the big group fight in mid? Go into staff mode and go try to do that. Do you
Alors,
need to
niveau
focus
moveset,
on 1v1
je
to
trouve
kind
pas
of
ça
get it
si
together?
cheaté. Niveau
Or do you
dégâts,
want to
c'est à
get it
revoir.
done?
there's a lot of options.
Ses
Exactly.
feats,
So who are his friends going to turn out to be?
ça va.
Depends how versatile you
Honnêtement,
are.
ça va.
Depends how
C'est pas trop
your
pété.
team is set, basically.
That's so great. So
Puis c'est
I
pas
mean,
trop
we're gonna
faible.
watch that live with like member of a community for the exhibition match that's coming in. So thank you so
C'est
much
sûr
for
qu'il y
that
aura
information.
quelques petits,
And, see you
petits
soon.
changements à faire par-ci
Thanks,
par-là.
everybody.
Mais grosso modo, ça va. Vraiment, il y a eu plus pété que ça comme perso. Là. Hein? N'est-ce pas, monsieur pirate? Enfin, je devrais dire madame pirate. Ou encore le Kyoshin, mais Kyoshin, c'est plus en 4v4. Non, vraiment, lui, je le trouve, pour l'instant, en tout cas, c'est juste un aperçu un peu aussi. Mais pour l'instant, je le trouve pas si pété. Ouais, il est bien correct. Mais ça reste à voir une fois la manette en main. Parce qu'il y a une différence entre le voir puis le jouer, tu sais. Ouais, quand même. Et vraiment un perso intéressant. Et un perso assez unique en termes de gameplay. Enfin quoi. Mais, comme tu as pu voir niveau animation, c'est pas mal du recyclage. Malgré qu'ils ont bien montré une arme pour le un objet pour le motion capture. Tu sais, je dis enfin, puis de recyclage, mais non, il y en a encore. Alors je veux bien des moves recyclés, tout ça, puis qu'on change un peu le tweak pour que ça apparaisse pas trop comme du recyclage. Mais à un moment donné, les gars, la COVID c'est loin là. Vous pouvez en refaire, hein. Et surtout les exécutions uniques. Moi, c'est surtout ça que je veux voir, des exécutions uniques. Pour des exécutions universelles. Ah bon. Quand même assez content d'avoir vu ça. Mais vraiment, le gros problème du héros, je dirais que ça serait vraiment les dégâts qu'il fait. Vraiment en mode H, il fait tout en mode H, oui. En mode, où est-ce que c'est deux, on va appeler ça des H, j'ai pas le nom de cette affaire-là. Mais quand il y a ces deux, quand il a ça dans les mains, il fait autant de dégâts que s'il aurait son bâton. Moi je suis comme, non. Il est censé faire moins de dégâts. Logiquement. Ses attaques sont plus rapides, il peut enchaîner plus vite en ce mode-là. Donc techniquement, et logiquement, tu es censé lui faire en sorte qu'il fasse moins de dégâts. Pas avoir les mêmes nombres de dégâts. Bien qu'effectivement, sur certains coups, ça fait moins mal. Mais voilà. Je dirais que ce serait mon seul problème avec ce héros-là. Mais sinon, pour le reste, franchement, ça va. Son bash, bon. Avec ses deux petites tachettes, s'entend, il l'enchaîne en esti, ses bâches. Et ça là, ça va être un problème d'après moi. En même temps, ils n'ont pas montré ce que ça fait si le héros adverse l'évite. D'après moi, ça. Soit qu'il va pouvoir continuer à enchaîner, ce qui serait chiant. Ce qui serait juste pas punissable, vraiment. Soit qu'il s'arrête. Parce qu'il a manqué son. Si on se fie à aussi c'est update qu'il y a eu. C'est-à-dire, t'as fini ton tour, tu t'es manqué, maintenant c'est à mon tour. Normalement, il devrait s'arrêter, il devrait pas pouvoir enchaîner. Et son autre bâche avec son bâton. Ça va. Ça fait 9 de dégâts. Puis t'as pas de coup de garantie après à part ça. Et qu'est-ce qui se passe si tu le manques? Est-ce que tu vas pouvoir continuer à enchaîner ou non? Encore là, c'est pas montré. Donc on ne sait pas. Mais, à part ces petites choses, globalement, le perso, il reste bien. Il est pas fou.
Hello and welcome to the exhibition match portion of the Year 6 Season 2 Hero Reveal, where we'll be seeing the Magi in action with our content creators here today. It is so good to be back in Montreal casting, back again in the Ubisoft studio. My name is Vivid Naz, and I am joined by my brother in crime, Verbalocity. How are you doing today?
I am, considering it's been 2 whole years since we've been here, tumultuous times in between, I'm surprisingly relaxed about the whole thing, although admittedly the one thing to excite my senses is, well, the Magi. We've been able to play this hero, give him a little try over the past couple of days, and you all will be able to actually now see the information you saw in the last segment put into practice in a exhibition best of 3 match.
Yeah, usually you see it on training mode, it doesn't really do it justice, especially with a character like the one we have here for you today. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, we do have content creators with Team A. We actually have Barack, of course, one of the most famous competitive players we have in followed up by the king of memes himself, Marco YOLO, and the hashtag Dangerous King.
C'est quoi ces gifs? Des gifs, mon gars. Oh là là.
And last but no means least, we have the filthy Spaniard, one of the biggest pillars in the competitive community, helping out with all TOs, helping out with any form of information, and also I think they have a cool project coming in soon in the forms of a website, which we will not dwell on too much.
The Info Hub. However, another partner in crime to Filthy Spaniard is the captain of the blue team for this evening's proceedings. We have Nutella himself, one of the core 3 of that setup for the Info Hub. Next up, we have Norgoz, now arguably the voice of North American For Honor, like casual esports. Very happy to see him here and see what he pulls out. Will he pull out the Yawn? Will he not pull out the Yawn? We'll find out. Next up,
Marco YOLO est là.
Freeze. Now, when I heard that Freeze is going to be present here today, I was very curious to see what happens. One, from the devs' reactions to him, but also on top of that, just to see how he plays under the stage lights.
C'était tellement pas nécessaire, ça.
Right? Of course.
And then finally, last but not least, the Orochi of the century, Nova King, is also present with us today, and I'll admit I'm rather
Ah, ok, là il monte. Ok, c'est ça la partie avec les games.
to get in the fusion pose with me. Of
Ah,
course, he didn't care where his finger placements were. I cared.
ça va, c'est du monde qui devrait savoir jouer pour certains.
Further ado, we do have a best of 3 where we will get to see the Magi perform in this Dominion game. And
Fait que là, ils vont faire un match de Dominion avec le Magi.
You know, Citadel, it's a fun one.
Ok.
It is a nice neutral position to be in for the first match of the day. I do believe the map.
Je pensais qu'il y aurait genre 4 Magi maintenant. Bon.
Second map Overwatch. If we go to a third map Harbor, and we're going to see initially
Je pense qu'ils ont eu de la pratique avant.
Judiciously useful in the mid lane, and the hyper armor is going to be so useful just to establish hard presence and pressure.
Yeah, Nutella is.
Ouais, c'est clair. Ouais, les movesets sont clairement recyclés. Oh man. Je vais voir des moves de Berserk.
We did speak about how effective the staff mode is when it comes to clearing out the minions, and you can kind of see Nutella constantly switching stances depending on what he has to do in the team fight. He does fall there.
Ça manque encore de pratique ces persos, mais ça va, ça va.
Switch to the axe mode when he was in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, this hero, very much by intent, is a case of you need the right move for the right time.
Qui a failli tuer son allié?
Very dangerous maneuver there by Barak, almost trying to take just his gimmick out from right underneath him there with the out of stamina. But as I was saying, if you are going into a 1v1, you really should get into the axe form quickly, and as you saw in the last segment, there are tools to do it. Being able to quick swap off of the parry or recovery is very much handy. However, if you're rocking in a team fight or like here in the mid lane, the staff form will be much more useful for you in that regard.
Il n'y a même pas de fléau. J'ai pas vu encore le fléau, c'est quoi, c'est
How this character kind of slots in some of these compositions. Oh, we got a bit of a free cam there for a second. On Nova King. He is playing the pirate, and as we said, joining the Outlander as well is the Magi as of the 28th of July.
J'aime bien le son. J'aime bien le son qu'il fait. Ah ouais, le son qu'il fait. Ok, il peut pas enchaîner. On a vu son dash, là, il l'a manqué. Il peut pas enchaîner. C'est bon.
We could push that two got too low if you want to Barrett.
Yeah, there's no one on their home point right now.
I killed one. I would say push. I'd say push. Okay. Yeah, push. We got two low and one dead.
Barrack's got two on him.
Marco, you go. I'll go back Barrack up. Okay.
Sounds good.
Woo!
You got one. It's Nutella though. I don't want to fight Nutella.
That's alright. I'm coming with you.
Oh! Knight de Paris.
Now you want to interrupt all the time.
Alright, this is a perfect time to just cut off Barak's team because we can kind of see that he has unlocked.
Ah, mais il y a les deux buffs en même temps.
Earlier today, or earlier, sorry, in the stream, not today, we were speaking about how they wanted to make two deliberate modes, right?
Yes.
Two deliberate, it almost feels like two characters in one, and that is solely reflected in the feats as well. We can see the second.
C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas vu la zone de ces deux petites dash.
Which mode you're in will give a different buff, or sorry, a different debuff. And with the first feat, we have a different buff depending if you get a kill in these different modes.
Yeah, and also those feats do have some new paradigms on top of them, specifically with duration. For example, you heard on the couch that the tier 1 feat permanently buffs you until you die, which is very new for this game.
Ça c'est pas intéressant. On veut voir le nouveau héros, on s'en fout du pirate, on l'a déjà vu.
So personally, I'm very curious to
Ah, là les héros.
after the fact on this because I imagine there are going to be some choice opinions in various chats.
Yeah, it's basically.
On voit que ça manque de pratique sur le nouveau héros. Ça apparaît là. C'est pas grave, c'est juste un petit showcase. Arrêtez de montrer le pirate.
Tell you what though, we were talking. Let's be fair. We had
Ah.
teams' opinions. Let's hear Team B's now. Let's be fair.
I'm going to heal.
Anybody chasing you?
No, I don't think so. They're all locked down.
Alright, I'll come with them.
S'il a pris cette exécution-là, à mon avis, il va pas avoir d'exécution rapide.
I'm gonna get back to heal A. Yeah. I'll come off as soon as I get some more health.
You know what I appreciate about these exhibition matches? Sometimes I've seen some one-sided affairs over my years casting for Honor, especially in these exhibition matches against
Oh, il est
content
mort.
creators. But what we can see here is we've got
Oh!
very much level pegging between these two teams.
Ah, il y a le heal de base.
About to hit the 5-minute mark in the match, 620 to 575 in favor of Barrack's team initially, and now we've started to hit the point where tier 3 feeds are coming online. You saw with Barrack, he actually opted for the second wind. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The unique tier 3, and that the unique tier 3 self-heal does not heal as much as second wind.
So basically what they try to do is, you do have that duality of basically you have two feats depending on which mode you're in, but of course we can't have something as powerful as second wind and as powerful as the equivalent of soothing mist in the same feat. So the numbers are a bit lowered, but you still have that versatility where depending if you're, you know, I think someone on the couch earlier was saying, if you're greedy or if you're not, if you want to heal your teammates or if
Hey,
you
un
heal
buff de
yourself,
défense, il est pas censé avoir un buff d'attaque?
Yeah, so that greed's gonna be very interesting. We'll hear what Team A has to say on the matter though, as they're about to hit a team fight in mid.
Ah, peut-être qu'il tue avec cette potion d'arme.
Yeah, Zhang and Magi.
Ça doit être comme ça.
I've just been deleted. Oh dear.
Priority on mid, they're gonna cap mid, we need to clear it.
Oh, that sucks. Really unfortunate.
C'est fail, mon gars.
Oh, big hitbox on that
Just
Magi.
very unfortunate gaming.
That is not great.
Still got
Oh,
2
pardon.
3 and 6, baby. That's awesome.
Now, something that you've probably noticed throughout some of these team fights in these moments is occasionally Magi is getting put out of his depth in certain areas. And going back to what you talked about with the feats, that is actually a price you will pay if you pick up Magi. Magi is not a master of all. He is kind of the first true jack of all trades character. He can team fight decently well.
But he
he's
would not be a JJ.
Yeah, he's not a JJ. He can duel very well, but he's not a raider.
Exactly, and I think that's what, it was a very
Il est mort.
deliberate choice. They didn't want that comparison to, like, let's say
Il est mort,
Shaolin with
il est mort.
different stances.
Yeah.
It's very much two different modes that have their own, you know, if you're fighting with staff
Est-ce que ça va vraiment une partie complète?
most likely going to get absolutely destroyed. But even in the X form, you're still not the best of duelists. But I think having the versatility of doing both is what makes this character so great and so awesome.
Yeah, that flexibility is the first time we've really seen it. And, you know, Outlanders have been starting to do these paradigm shifts. You know, for example, we have seen Pirate in this game, and that's going to be, you know, the in-feet chains. Although, speaking of Pirate, I do believe Filthy Spaniard is going to be fighting the members of Team B. Let's hear what Team B has to say on the matter.
Back is running.
That was bad.
Ah, là, il y a les deux buffs.
I've got my tier 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna back
Come
up.
to tier 3 to put something come to tier 3.
Just claim it, just claim it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Don't
tier 3.
bother with backup and shit, just claim it.
Yeah,
The moment,
back on. There you go.
the moment we got B there, break it. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with
Lock down Marco. Lock down Marco. Lock down Marco.
Keep
Hold him again. Hold him again.
Keep Marco. Don't kill him yet. Don't kill him yet.
I already did it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hey, hey.
he's working. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
King.
here we go.
Got him.
We're
Let's go.
in,
nice.
we're in the break-in scenario.
Yep.
This is
Just keep mid. Just keep mid.
However, I am a
Very
little
nice,
curious about how they're going to handle this breaking. With Citadel Gate, so taking B back would stop the break. Actually, never mind. I take that back. Numbers have gone the other way. 1,045 points now for Barrack's team means they have to get rid of all points off the map to actually get themselves
Ok, ça
into
serait
a
what the fuck.
spawning situation. With 2 men down already, that's not good.
Moi, je trouve ça c'est assez là comme showcase. Ah, ok, non, ils sont en déroute. Ok. Ouais. Non, c'est bon, ils sont proches. Oh!
And that is unfortunate.
Comment ça a fini vite, par
He had a lot of fighting words these past few days.
Oh, what the fuck?
Rehearsals, he was feeling very confident after
Oh, what the fuck?
They kind of destroyed in rehearsals yesterday, but I feel like Nutella's team was just kind of relaxing yesterday. They were biding their time. They were conserving their energy for when it really mattered.
Yeah, rehearsals are one thing. When we're actually like live here now, entirely different thing. People in chat are watching, seeing how you play, judging you horribly. Yeah. And you've got to, actually play where it matters. Here in this exhibition, like, completely honest, yes, this is an exhibition match. It's showing off the hero. It's not the highest of esports, but, it's fun. People are watching, and you're always going to have it on video afterwards. So if you can pick up the dub, it's always handy.
It is fun, but I feel like for some of these players, they do very much want to win. There was a lot of smack talk coming into these games, especially between Nutella and Barak.
Yeah.
They wanted to see who can basically champion the character the best, and It's kind of be 50-50. Yesterday they were constantly 1v1ing each other, but would never fully be in a true 1v1 at the end of it.
I very much have memories to 2 years ago even with Daddy Law and Havoc's many 1v1s when we were doing the Zhanhu reveal. There was some choice words exchanged between those two.
Yeah, keep it in tradition. It is a best out of 3, and we are currently jumping into the second game, which will be in Overwatch. We did see a lot
Non, pas une deuxième game, là.
But Overwatch is usually the one. Point C is the most hotly contested point, and possibly in all of our maps.
Non. Hey, juste une, ça aurait suffi. Pas deux. Ça devient long pour rien.
We're about to see. That is, everyone bundles on C and has a lovely fight. Although
sprinting.
One person each will traditionally go to mid, unless you're like Otto or Shigs, in which case take your Shaman and go off to A and have a
Ah, c'est tellement pas nécessaire une deuxième game. Juste un, ça aurait suffi. J'en ai vu à plus casser pour une game. Vraiment, deuxième, c'est inutile.
Basically, the hyper armor that you get from this as well lends heavily into how much damage that you can land with these big swings. You can just see him going in for that zone, trying to get the side heavy, just constantly tap targeting, because we kind of said the range on this character is incredible. Opts for the axe form, goes for the bash into the side light, and this is what we mean. When you're isolating in these 1v1 fights, goes for the side dodge heavy, and there we go. They clear at the point, and that is an expert demonstration of how to play this character within a
Une démonstration d'experts. Hey, comme toi, ils ont encore de la pratique à faire. Comme toi.
So it's not just you don't just do it in a 1v1 scenario randomly. In a team fight, you can also switch those modes and just go to isolate a single character or try and team fight and throw those big heavies.
Yeah, and on top of that, each form also has its own form of bash or otherwise kind of pinning maneuver. The staff form has a more Shugoki hug-like style, and it's interruptible, holds an enemy down for a pretty long time. However, the axe form is where things get a little bit silly, because you've got a very quick, like 400, 500 millisecond bash that you can get off any light, chain, or starter. And I believe it can even backstep light into that particular bash too in double axe form.
Yeah. And hearing that, let's take a listen to Team A, see what they have to say.
Dang it, I'm running as fast as my little raider legs will let me. They got B.
Yes, Barak. Yes, I will.
Come here, kiddo. Give light C. Yeah, you give revenge, you panic.
Got him.
How are we going? I can go mid or
Execute Nova.
C or mid? Right, mid.
Yeah, Ambux. Don't you hit me.
Got him.
Very
beautiful.
Very
I should have done a longer one, but that's okay.
Very good. We destroy everybody.
I'm gonna go back to B.
Here.
Okay, so now that we've finally had the traditional dance on C ended, it's a common thing you see all the time in like comp games or even regular games. Like C point is pretty much the community's designated home point in terms of where you want to go. Fastest entry onto B, you can get to A recently, quickly too with some of the changes made to Overwatch way back when. You're going to see a lot of fighting here. However, this is a topic that I imagine will come up with some players. We might as well address this now. How is the staff form when it comes to clipping walls? Because this area famously has a lot of walls that you could just dunk off of if you're like playing a Griffin or a Jangjun.
We just saw a few dunks. We saw, as soon as you mentioned it, we saw a few dunks. So, of course, you want to kind of be wary. With great trajectory, with great range, comes great responsibility. And that is not to use it in a corridor.
Oh, fair play. I'd never seen someone put it like that before. And yeah, you can. It's not as bad as, say, a Jangjun who's constantly trying to zone in corners, but if you're not careful, you can end up clipping the walls and bouncing frequently. So just something to keep in mind. Speaking of spacing, that's an infection I think just came out from the Warmonger being piloted by King Angelus.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we just cut across to Barak here. He's trying to play the points game. Doesn't want to lose 2 games in a row. A is sometimes people refer
C'est long. C'est long.
And I can see why they do that. Of course.
Vraiment, c'est pas nécessaire 2 games. Vraiment, une game, ça suffit.
And just hopefully come back to win the fight again.
Norgos using a externally targeted blockable.
Tellement pas nécessaire.
Let's see if Norgos is rather pleased with himself. Let's have a listen in.
Oh, nice, GB. Oh,
did he kill us both?
He got us both, yeah.
Oh.
I should have dodged. Good play.
We have weird revenge tags. I'm feeling like I don't know. I feel revenge sometimes when I don't expect it at all.
I hit him a couple times before that. Maybe I should have called it down.
No, it's fine. It's also me not paying proper attention, right?
Go on, free
Still 3-on-1 there. That's never mind.
farm mid more.
Yeah, we're getting not getting killed.
You know what? I would love to have a teammate like Freeze. He doesn't ever blame anyone else. He was like, you know what? It was my fault. I kind of messed up on this gank. And what better teammate to have in For Honor, Verb?
Yeah, compared to my matchmaking teammates, they're delightful, tell me wonderful things that are completely in terms of service and make me have horrible nightmares.
No honor whatsoever. Barak is constantly doing this dance between C and A. Is half
Pick a
health.
direction.
Yeah, he's half health. He's opting to go back to, I guess, yeah. They've captured this point. It's fine.
Just heal.
He's in safe hands, getting some heals. But we can see he does have the
tier 3.
The tier 1 buff as well.
Oh,
activated.
yes.
He's got to activate it on the staff form. As you said, we get a bit more defense in the staff form. You get a bit more offense in the axe form. Nutella here just kind of struggling in this 2v1 scenario. Is in the staff form, trying to duck behind the minions. Oh no! There we go.
Yeah, dommage pour lui. C'est vraiment c'est long pour rien.
Asking so many questions to Vanessa about the executions, the mocap. You have been absolutely.
J'espère qu'il n'y aura pas une troisième game après parce que ça va être vraiment très long. Hein.
Considering how much of a pain in the ass apparently they were to animate, I completely understand. However, considering pain in the ass, having a bad time is potentially Team A. Let's hear what they have to say on the matter.
C'est long.
Alright, I'm coming A. Well, I'm actually.
Oh, you cannot.
On est 3 zones. Fait qu'il faut qu'il garde B le plus possible s'il veut que la game s'achève. B est le plus apte à s'enlever. Ah, c'est bon. Ouais, c'est bon, c'est bon. Maintenant, ils peuvent perdre B. Ça sera pas un problème.
Come, guys.
I know I should have.
So hard. Come.
There we go.
Spam.
Get right, Norgos!
Spam.
Woo! Sorry, I just. Watch out. Just. Right, we're all really.
Spam.
No, he's gonna burn. He's gonna burn. No, he's burn, baby. No, Nutella knows. I come there, he kills me with lights. It's how it goes.
Attends, il est 2 fois là. Il y a 2 heals différents.
There we go. Oh, I was gonna get the revive. Let me get the revive. I got a revive order, please. Yeah.
Shall I stay dead? Oh.
No.
Oh no. Hey. Woo.
SB baby.
Yeah. Okay. Vivid.
What's up?
Game 3
Say it to
coming up most likely.
Say it to me.
Game 3 is coming up.
Yep.
Non, pas Game 3 là. Non, ouais. Attends, qu'est-ce que le chat dit là?
I have to have imagined in Twitch chat and various places there would have been probably a
This is ridiculous.
strong reaction.
J'ai gagné un drop.
Strong reaction to put it politely. You know, having essentially 8 feats, pretty much, and the ability to swap between 2 forms. However, this character is not super duper hyper invincible, cannot be killed. There are weaknesses and there are
rien
for
vraiment.
this character.
We kind of said jack of all trades, but like a truly master of none of them. You have all of that versatility. I would say like this would be
can't
a hero
wait
that
for.
be, like has a super high skill ceiling.
This character
in
is
the
not
sense that
strong.
You need to be
Oh.
both effective in these team fighting scenarios with the staff form, but also know how to kind of win out in these 1v1 scenarios. And I think the next map Harbor is like a perfect place to demonstrate this because you constantly.
Sincèrement, une troisième game là, ça devient vraiment long pour rien là.
But a lot of people might be wondering how does this character perform in these brawl
C'est
scenarios.
tellement pas nécessaire.
Kind of have to kill the enemy as soon as possible. I'm really hoping we get to see more of the bash on
J'espère au moins que ça va être un duel.
We've not really been able to see it too much. We have seen the bash in the X form, but I would like to see it in the staff form as well.
It requires setup in staff form because you know, because Ubisoft made the choice to
Tabarnak. Si ça va être long. Oh, j'ai rien à dire. Moi, j'ai plus rien à dire. J'ai tout dit à la première game. Hein. Il y a plus. Ouais, moi, j'attends pour la suite là.
Yeah, I've seen. We did say it's kind of dangerous to switch the mode, but there are some safe scenarios where you can. A good safe scenario is right after you attack, switching mode.
J'espère qu'il n'y en a pas d'autres après par contre, parce que là.
But then also if you get a parry, the mode switch is much faster. Yes. So a lot of the
Moi, je m'en fous un peu. Je veux voir la suite du contenu qui va arriver là.
Actually, we did kind of see that a few times, but there are safe options to change mode effectively.
Now, Harbour, of course, is a map you mentioned. A lot of twosies are potentially viable on here. And we're seeing that immediately in the mid. Barrack currently squaring off against its opposing number right now. And any axis? Here we go. Okay.
We finally got it. The 1v1 scenario. Hopefully I don't jinx this.
You're going to jinx it.
No, I'm not going to jinx this. Well,
you jinxed it.
Look, I tried my best. It's these players.
This is the part where you stop talking and stop cursing them. 2v1 now. Will the Teller make the choice to flee? Yes, he will. Go upstairs to a little bit of safety. Back to the point I was saying, though, you're still not allowed to talk because you're going to curse them.
Yeah, I know. I've been told.
Yeah, we're going to get into the 2v2. I should probably stop talking as well, though, because apparently Team B has some stuff to say.
Of course not.
Do you want me to hit C install there? Yeah, you guys are going C. Yep. I'm gonna keep him there.
Kick him out, kick him out, kick him out.
That's free tags, yeah. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh.
I was about to yell.
Yeah.
That's the second time that happened.
Don't worry.
It's alright, guys. It's alright, guys. We've got this. We're ahead.
On se fait chier, hein. En tout cas, je me fais chier. Vraiment, une game, c'était en masse. Pas trop. Oh là là. J'en ai assez vu, c'est bon.
What is the cherry on top? We also have the character up for grabs with some exclusive content, a chance for you to win just by watching the stream here today.
Literally free, just by watching.
Just by watching. Absolutely incredible stuff. Cutting across over here to Barrack.
Speaking of free, Barrack potentially if he's not careful.
Yeah, he's completely free here. Half health does have the assistance of the Warmonger. Raider comes to assist on the opposing end. Barrack in this axe form gets the parry there successfully, switches over to the staff mode. That's how we kind of spoke about it earlier.
Yes.
You do have a safe switch after you get a parry. Does fall in the end, but I'm glad we were able to demonstrate that.
Yeah, I imagine Barrack's not happy about dying. Let's hear what he has to say on the matter.
I'm trying. I'm struggling to. Oh no, that was wrong timing.
Okay, we want to take the fight on C. I'm coming C, Angel, Spaniel.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have two dying in mid.
Oh, he shot me.
Oh, I'm
running.
No, Steve, keep them B, I'm going gay. Keep them B.
Gunshot just go over his head?
Yeah, I think.
Perfect.
Oh no.
It's okay, I push it, come on. Me and Spaniel, we hold this.
Yeah, we can. You got Nutella coming, I believe.
C'est long, c'est
You
long.
want me to go see for the field? That's a help anyway.
C'est pas intéressant.
I'm gonna join you on C. You got watch the plunge, watch the plunge, watch the plunge.
Intéressant sur le premier game parce que ça permettait vraiment de voir en action le perso. Mais là, trop. Vraiment plus trop là. Vraiment, une game, c'était beau.
I always like it's always the YouTubers that come to these events are always the most wary when it comes to plunge attacks.
Yeah.
It's almost they have like a whole channel based on purely plunge attacks that is available within every video.
Yeah, getting the more flashier plays is always handy. Like, I'll tell you what, I am so curious to see what's gonna happen when this character lands in the lap of the people, you know, like your Havocs, your John DeLiners, Blitz, Clutchmeister, Antonio. There's so, like Normie as well, there's so many people who I want to see this. And like, even in some niche elements, for example, you can, the staff form maybe...
Perdre un peu des viewers.
Specialize into it a little bit, or at least mess around.
Ah, parce que ça devient long, 3 games.
Maybe I'm picking on that a little bit wrong. By all means, yell at
Ah, ils sont chats à moitié. Oh, ça va être long.
But overall,
McGyler's molding as we speak.
Absolutely. I mean, he's already mold. He can't mold any harder. But the point being, I am very curious to see what the impressions are of the community when this finally comes out. Because what we're seeing right now, that being Nutella being decapitated,
Natella's not having a good time.
Yeah.
I guess Barrack on the Magi.
I need to know what people think of this in like the first week, because I was a little mixed. I was a little mixed when I was first playing. Then it clicked because of course we've got a bunch of people in house ready to go. I was able to basically outsource opinions and be able to figure it out. However, once this gets outsourced to the entire community, then where the proof of the pudding's really gonna come out.
I think this character lands in both moveset and aesthetics. Like for me to finally have an ancient Egyptian warrior in the game is incredible. Like we have been calling for this for so long, and it's finally here, and it's done right. I feel they've done it justice.
Is this the first African rep for the series? We've got Chinese, Middle European, Japanese like samurai, Viking. Yeah, like this is the first African rep.
It's absolutely incredible to see, and I'm so happy to actually see this finally.
Ah là 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 là.
Staff form here in this 1v1 scenario in the Tella. He's going unorthodox here.
Moi je m'ennuie, hein.
You do get the hyper
Pour
armor
être franc, je m'ennuie
like
pas mal.
Come on, Angelus, do something here. There we go.
And that's what we were saying. If you're going to use the staff mode, you might as well put the legendary difficulty. You've activated all skulls, and you are going to be try-harding your damn hardest. And saying that, let's listen to Team B to see what they have to say after that.
If you can hold him, I can jump shot him.
Do it.
Oh.
Woo! We get that res, baby. Let's go. Hey. Good call.
I heard it.
Good call.
Did you hear Barak? No,
Un qui était un peu trash.
Right,
Pas bon ça.
Tier 4 on those two.
Third coming, 3 mid. Magi's coming in. Ooh, nice shot.
I got peeled off. They're running over to
I'm getting away. I'm getting away.
I'm here.
Ah, shit.
He's
tried
going to A.
to
He's going to A.
You're just walking into me.
There's 3 mid. There's 1 A.
Yeah, I got
Why did you
focus. I got focused. Yeah, I know. I unlocked rolls, but then it just.
You just started jogging around.
Yeah,
executing?
Exactly.
Yeah, go. Shoot.
Okay, no,
I'm going back to C. You're gonna.
Yeah, you have to fight.
Yeah.
I'll come. I'll drop attack again.
I can't get that. Unlucky.
So, we saw a lot of shenanigans there, but something to point out from slightly earlier. King Angelus has been fishing for his signature move, known as simply the Dangerous. Killing someone out of stamina, and I believe he actually got that on Barak before, so, you know, one of the books for him. He got a Dangerous live on stream, and Norgos just killed... Oh, who is that dead? Barak died. Barak got killed by Norgos there.
One of the loudest people you will hear in
C'est presque fini. C'est presque fini. Ah ouais, faites en sorte que cette game finisse.
What's the score here? So we're currently at 960 to 756 in favor of Team Barak, and they're going to be looking to try and lock down their lead as we get further in. This is, of course, the final match.
Reste plus grand chose.
There's
Allez.
some moments where we're going to start seeing people decide if they want to get points or go for kills, because the first breaking is about to appear here, and it's in the favor of Team A.
Yeah, and we can kind of see feats are being unlocked across the board.
Yes.
Barak has got the tier 3 feat, has put the enemy in breaking, is in this axe form. Is he going to be able to do anything? We will be cutting over to Team A just to hear the comms on this ending.
Knew it. I didn't parry a single one of those, so I knew he'd throw it.
Jealous, do you need to back out?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Dans des buts bizarres, non.
Quickly.
Bon, c'est fini la game? Ah, bah, ça vient.
That was...
I'm gonna go get health. You got that. You got that.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Just get them. Just get them.
There's only two left. Two left. Two left.
They're low. They're low. That's okay. That's much less. Much
This
less.
is you.
We need to make sure Pete.
Yes, come on.
No, I don't have fire flask.
Coming C.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's okay. Yes, there's one going
One left.
C.
One left. One left.
Oh, yeah.
Clear mid, click mid.
Clear mid,
Click
mid,
Angelus.
I will
Oh,
clear
that's
mid.
gonna miss. No,
Angelus.
it's gonna go on top. Fuck's sake.
I will clear mid.
All right. Be fast.
That was a horrible throw. Beautiful,
Yeah, I
beautiful. This
bury
game
your
right
right
here.
every day, bro. Every day.
I got him.
Yeah.
C'est bon, c'est fini?
And I got
Je veux voir des choses plus intéressantes là.
guys, but Team average. Yes. Team Froggies point.
Hey, Barrett. Barrett.
Arrêtez de vous la péter là.
Looked at the scoreboard.
Yeah,
What if we just did?
Oh, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't think they want us to, but I think if we had the scoreboard open right now, I think Filthy would not be too happy.
Now that we've had all 3 games on stream, I hope for you all at home has been a decent demonstration. Okay, I suppose we're clapping now.
Big claps all around.
Many clappers in the chat.
Beautiful game, chaps.
I hope now that
Ah.
we've had a sample game on the stream, there's a general vibe and idea to how the character flows. Because yes, we saw the 1v1 and the 2v2. However, this really is a nice way to demonstrate, you know, just the full chaos of a character that can change stances and is quite strong potentially in scenarios. More importantly, the feats as well, being a new paradigm, is something we're going to have to get used to going into the new patch.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered off a lot of what we wanted to see. The staff mode, the axis mode, how you can interact between both, how you can use...
Vraiment, je suis une game, c'était en masse, hein. C'était vraiment pas nécessaire 3 games.
Both of the teams there, but unfortunately, we did only have one victor. There is always a loser in these scenarios. And it has come to the end of our best of 3 of our exhibition matches. Soon we are loading up a loser's interview first, of course. You know, there is a participation medal here. But
I tell you what, though, for the 2 years, let's not dance around the subject. I am so happy to be here. Even if it was only just for the matches, like, you know, it's been 2 long years since this, and personally, I'm just stoked to be here. So from myself, I can only say thank you all for watching this exhibition.
Ouais, thank you.
I did the Dominion series.
Ça se fait chier, man.
Hit the same, and I'm just so happy to be back in the Ubisoft office, casting For Honor one last time. That is it for me from the show. I think they might see you later.
Ah, vous perdez des viewers, là.
They might see you later on, but that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration there of the new character in Dominion in our best of 3. We will be cutting over to Brian, who has a few losers on the couch. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? J'ai rien compris. Je parle pas anglais, je comprends rien.
All right, we are back with
enfin!
the defeated team because we're all winners here. But Nutella, as the captain of this team, you guys, some stuff didn't quite work, but I noticed that you were really getting into the team fights with Medjay and really working him there. How does Medjay feel in that team fight experience?
Yeah, Medjay feels pretty good in team fights. So if the staff stance, you get instant hyper armor. It's like you're playing Radar all over again.
Community member.
Down the whole team fight, especially your
Wow.
sweeps on your staff. Feels amazing to play the character in team fights. Quite nice. Sadly, though, we threw Overwatch pretty hard by plunging off ledges.
I'm sure we.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at? Who are you looking at?
I was looking at you.
Were you not like a diver or a plumber in a past life because you whiffed at
no.
every
The thing
plunge?
is, I know this ledge is dodgy. That's putting it nicely. No, I'm gonna try it. This time it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Not even close.
Yeah, and then Nova followed up and didn't get it either.
Yeah, no, I tried to follow up, and it didn't happen, unfortunately.
But Norgaz, you were given Barak a real run for his money there in games 2 and 3. There, especially that third game, you were all over him with Raider.
I got inside his head a little bit, and I just kind of followed through with what I expected him to do. I was doing some of the same things, throwing out some heavies, noticing he was going for a lot of dodge attacks, and I just took advantage of that, getting some extra guard breaks, some extra damage, and clipping him with some of the unblockables for the finishers.
Well, despite the L, you fought valiantly and will live forever in the halls of Valhalla.
Yes, my brothers.
And Nova King, you were just kind of running the map and just pulling a lot of assists. Kind of what were you trying to accomplish there?
Yeah, I was just trying to rotate with my team between sort of B and like each point in each map, and I was just.
On s'en fout, allez, montrez autre chose. Oh, je suis tanné.
Really just trying to optimize them.
Oh là là, j'en ai marre.
Really, and then get my feet in at the right place.
Ça donne envie de partir, mon gars, c'est incroyable.
Well, you start out with a big W, and then it just kind of, you know, didn't go in your favor. But
Je sais bien qu'ils donnent leur ressenti de ça, là, mais c'est pas nécessaire. Pour la game, c'est pas nécessaire. C'est juste nécessaire pour le héros. C'est pas nécessaire pour le reste. Ton ressenti par rapport au héros, ce serait plus ça. Pis that's it. Mais pas. Pis comment s'est passé ta game, tu sais. On s'en calisse. Il est winner, là. Ça devient long. Très long. Aïe, aïe, on est passé de... Le stream est passé de 10 000 à 9 300. On s'entend, ils ont perdu. Ils ont perdu. C'est qui disent.
And we're back with the winning team. Barack, how was Medjay?
Oh, first of all, I mean, before I say anything, I'm here as the captain of the PERTE army, so I would like to represent my clan. If you've seen the frogs in the game with the emblem, yeah, that is me. I would like to celebrate this victory by doing this.
Okay.
Wow.
What have you done?
Oh, I just threw some.
What
frogs
have
in. I
you
just-
done? Little origami froggies.
There's
all
frogs
frogs.
everywhere.
It's a plague of frogs. It's appropriate.
Okay. But no, really, you were working Medjay to the limit there.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Well, for me, Medjay, this
Community
character is
member.
actually really crazy. It is
Membre de la
written berserker
communauté.
in one character,
Eh ben.
and it's actually very interesting because I'm just there in team fight. I'm just throwing zone and heavies, and I'm literally killing everybody. Like I'm looking at them like their HP is just melting in front of me, and it is so nice because it's like it's building up to that tier 4, and that tier 4 is just, I say this with no sarcasm, this is like a For Honor orgasm, my friend. This is it's so nice. You see this, like you see all his HP, it's melting. It's like maximum dopamine. You understand? It's too nice. I love his feats. I love the character. It is a very good feeling by this.
And Angelus, you were getting some work done there. Did I hear a couple dangers?
Yeah. I threw one dangerous and then got parried. So I was like, dangerous, and now I'm dead.
That's why they call it dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of dangerous, Marco, what was that? You were doing some stuff with Raider there, especially towards the end over on C. You know, you lit the whole place on fire.
Yeah, not what I intended to light on fire. That is a trademark Marco moment.
You YOLO'd it. You YOLO'd
Yeah,
the flask,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah, no, I felt it would have been a little bit too much if we just burned Nutella there at the end.
Appreciate humility.
It just, no, for real, it would have been very anticlimactic if that's how it ended.
Yeah, it'd have been
honestly,
Nutella on
so-
toast.
So in a way, I'm happy with how that panned
But
out.
I did love the 1v1 moments between you and Norgaz, seeing like
the Raider mirrors.
Yeah, you up against like King Raider himself.
Yes.
Like that was a lot of fun.
It was an honor to fight such a legendary opponent. So thank you for the honor.
Legendary. And Spaniard, you were working Pirate pretty good
Wow.
there. Like on C, on that third match.
Yeah, I would like to say I was intentionally stalling points so that my performance on the scoreboard
Bien à lui, hein.
reflects my performance in the match. I was dying a lot, but in the right places. I thought
strategic death.
Yeah, I had some amazing plunge attacks in the training we had yesterday in the trial, but today I kind of just plunged a little bit. But then I did also get Norgaz. He plunge attacked and I shot him from the top of the thing. That was fun, you know.
Yeah,
Pew, I got you,
so
Norgaz.
annoying because I always tell you not to plunge attack to throw the game and you do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I didn't. They did.
I
They
very much
worked. It
appreciate
worked.
it. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
This is why we won today.
Yeah, exactly.
You did.
So yeah, thanks, Norgaz.
You did. You had some good stalls in game 1 where you were holding the point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those stalls didn't pay off in that game, but you guys brought it back around. And as a thank you, for being here with us today, and as a reward for being
C'est long.
Team W,
Très long.
we'd like to present you with these nifty little gauntlets.
Je vois les variations d'armure des héros. Là. J'en ai vu quelques-uns, mais j'ai pas tout vu.
And thank you guys so
Leg
much
of
for
frogs.
joining us. And I want to thank again Verbalocity and Vivid Nas for casting. I'm UBChem, Brian Dixon. Thank you. We'll be right back with the cosmetics segment. So fashion, walk, fashion.
Enfin!
We'll be right back.
Enfin!
See you soon.
Cheers.
Ah, c'était long! Tabarnak! C'était long! Ah! Phew! Enfin! Finally! See, the stream format is pretty awesome. Non, non, non. Pas... Il y a quelques bouts de bien, mais la troisième partie, la chie. Just delete Nuxion. Rework Nuxion. Rework your arm. Ça, Et the Puritan Reader. Ah là. Ouais, je pense que mon chat est en train de vomir. J'ai entendu un bruit bizarre. Mais là, c'est pas comme si je pouvais partir de là. On va checker après. Give your me work. I miss the hero gameplay good. Ouais. Bon. Ah, enfin!
Welcome back. What a fantastic match. But now it's time for fashion. So new hero means new
Oui, on veut du fashion. Let's go. On va être famous.
The time limited event pass starting July 28th for 3 weeks. So Andrew, what can you tell us about that?
Of course. Basically, Magi removed the curse from the river fort, as well as he removed all the masks in the studio. So that's a good news.
So alive.
But not only that was a good news, he brought us the event items, event rewards. So this is
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, toi?
Anastasia will be able
Ça
to
va?
explain in detail.
Yes.
Mon choc
So
est
let's
terrible.
go into the details of all the reward that we have into the pass. So
C'est
starting
quoi
with
qu'on
the
vient de
battle
voir, là?
outfit. I think we have a battle outfit to present.
Sure. So the
Battle
outfit,
outfit.
it was inspired by the
Ouais.
curse that Balthorn brought to
Bof, les
his
couleurs
group
sont très bof.
into one
C'est
when he
pas
stole the
fou.
Scarab bracelet.
J'ai
So
très
here we
peu
see a lot of
le
green
battle
and
outfit.
orange and red colors that
Enfin, tenue de
reminds
combat
us
en
about
français.
rotten crops, dead animals, infected things, and
Ouais, les couleurs sont pas fous.
and this swirl
Oh, the
of
mood
locusts that are flying around,
Tiens ici.
spreading the disease.
I can smell this one from here. I feel.
Definitely difficult to take the shower in the battlefield.
It is difficult to take a shower. I love that one. So this one you can equip on finished
Oh,
killing
maman.
idol as well.
And this
Ah,
is
le vert, j'aime
element,
pas.
even though
Non,
it's shiny
pas le vert.
and it's made of gold and encrusted
Je sais
with
pas s'ils vont être la couleur va être changeable.
jewelry,
J'imagine que oui.
it's also a very good reward
Ouais, d'après moi, la couleur peut changer sur le vert.
So we talk a little bit about armor variation. You might have seen some tidbit of it during the match.
Ouais, touche pas à ça, toi.
It's Egyptian. We cannot just pass the fashion.
We cannot.
There's a lot of cool
Yes.
stuff, and then we had to make sure that all the variation characters can be applied on it. So let's move
Let's
on
watch
to
that. Let's
Yeah.
look at them.
So Magi brought a lot of goodies to
Ah ouais,
his
avec
fort,
plein de parties en or.
and a beautiful armor. So for knights, he brought white materials, very nice ornate, and this
Okay.
specific stripes that was very used in
Est-ce qu'elle est pas bien?
There you go.
Elle est full gênée, mon gars.
Made of black metal and engraved in with golden elements. For Vikings, he brought this beautiful leopard fur and also floral patterns that engraved on the armor.
Okay.
As well. Samurai, they have very elegant look with the vertical stripes and also the
Ah, les armes du Magi sont en haut.
very nice
Ah.
cool colored patterns and a lot of silver, of course. And the woolen, they got
Okay.
the color palette is a mix of brown and warm colors with silver elements, and of course there's like a lot of engraving.
Ça irait bien avec le matériau noir.
Ancient Egypt.
It's quite fascinating seeing one culture apply into different factions and coming up with resulting the different type of result, different type of look. So it's
I guess your team must have worked like so hard on this. I mean, it shows. It's so great. So Yeah, so Mage's Deliverance. Please, guys, free event pass from July 28 to August 18. It's a limited event pass for 3 weeks. So thank you, guys.
28 au
Any last
18.
word, maybe?
Okay.
Andrew,
Yes,
you want to say?
I would like to thank the whole team, the dev team, of course, but at the same time, co-dev, Chengdu team, they work very hard to deliver every asset, so I really appreciate it. But especially community, without you, this doesn't exist. So
give good
thank you
feedback,
for
yeah.
the support, and your kind word always makes us to keep run. So thank you, and I hope everyone enjoys the content.
That's it. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us today. And now we're going to go with Patch Note with Brian.
Vous montrez pas. Ah, ok. J'étais comme... Ils montrent pas tout. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Beaucoup d'or. Ouais, c'est pas... Ouais... Effectivement, ça... Oh, non, 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 non. Oh, non, 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 non. Au moins, il y a des armes qui fit avec ces armes-là, mais bon. Oh boy. Oh, qu'est-ce que j'ai vu sur le victimaire? Oh là là. Oh, par contre, l'émissaire, le casque. Pas pire. Ok. Ouais, plus de son, là. Ah, ils ont pris cette arme-là. Ouais, ok. Le casque, ça va. Pour le reste. J'aime pas la couleur rouge-orange pis espèce de turquoise. Je trouve ça mélange marche pas des tops. Oh, l'RCR, t'es pas fou. Ils ont vraiment des problèmes avec le son, les autres. Ok, ok. Vraiment, il y a que les casques qui sont corrects. Mais vraiment. Enfin, le home, si on devrait plutôt dire. Bon, c'est pas pour le IA. Shaman, ok. Oh, l'arme. La lance de la Valkyrie, pas pire. Ouais, les armures, c'est pas. Sont pas fous. Non. Ce côté égyptien, non. Non, non, non. Pas pour moi, pas pour moi. Non. Oh, le home de Lito. Pas pire, là. What the fuck? Ok. Oh. Ouais, ok. Ah, si, c'est avec un masque. Pourquoi est-ce qu'ils font tout le temps avec un masque? Là, je suis déçu, là. Là, je suis déçu, là. Nous boucher avec un masque, non, 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 non. Eh, tabarnak! Qu'est-ce que non? Oh, le tien. Non, non, non. Oh, Shaolin. Ben, ça fait Shaolin. C'est... Oh boy, le Jujut! Oh non, 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 qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Oh non, non. Oh non, c'est vraiment, c'est pas les plus beaux, c'est pas les plus belles variations d'armure, ça c'est clair. Oh, wesh, le Zenou. Oh, il est cool. Oh non. Le Lucio. Ah, c'est non. Non, non, non. Non, pas pour moi. Même si ça, c'est moins payé de toute la gang. Ah. Puis le pirate. Le pirate, il dit ça. Ah non, 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 non. Ah, non, ça marche pas. Non. C'est pas des armes le fou, hein. Il y a eu mieux, il y a eu mieux. C'est sûr, ça fait très égyptien, mais c'est pas... Ouais, surtout, effectivement, ils l'ont décrissé, je trouve. Oh là. Sur les ombres, par contre, t'en as quelques-uns qui sont quand même intéressants. Mais sinon... Patch notes! Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? C'est quoi le patch note? Il va sortir le 28 juillet, hein, j'imagine. Oh man, le boost de personne.
Welcome back. I am joined now by Mr. Stefan, and for the first time on the Warriors Den, Lily Gabrielle.
Hi.
Lily, welcome to the
Ah,
Warriors
une autre
Den.
nouvelle personne.
I'm super happy to be here.
Excellent.
Ouais, t'es surtout stressé, Bougie.
We're excited to have you. But we've got a lot to go over in this patch notes segment. So let's start off first by recapping the most recent testing grounds. So, Steph.
Encore un testing ground?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Non, qu'est-ce que je dis là, encore un testing ground? Bien sûr, encore. Oh, je suis con. Hey, qu'est-ce que tu viens de montrer? Monte.
Testing grounds with the guard break vulnerability in chains, where the intent was to make you a little safer inside your chains from guard break. So the negative part basically is that the feedback was much more negative than we were hoping for on this one. The feeling of like I don't get my guard break punish. Certain moves like Kensei dodge forward superior block into guard break or blade blockade on Aramusha were big question marks, and so basically the whole thing was kind of a feel bad thing from the player's perspective. So basically what we've decided at the end of the day, because this is the point of the testing grounds, some things get pushed, some things don't get pushed. We've decided to take this feedback and say we will not push the guard break vulnerability in chains data to live.
Okay, so that's not going, but is there any part of the testing grounds that you are going to keep?
Yes, so the one part we'll keep is the dodge attacks that you saw on the Highlander. Basically, it's, you know, kind of the idea of like, hey, now there's a tool for the characters that are remaining that don't have dodge attacks. It's only a very small handful. It's time to give them the tool that they're not so unable to deal with like Shugoki Headbutt or other melees and so on.
Are you saying Sense getting a dodge attack?
If you don't have any dodge attack, that's the character who's getting a dodge attack, yes.
Okay, so you heard it, you guys. And just real quick to recap what we'll be going over in this patch notes section, we've got some variations for the pirate that are coming up. We announced earlier in the year that there would be
Proof
some
stamina,
targetable
feet,
later in the year.
lock
So we have
target.
two of those, which we'll go over in just a
Remove
sec.
parry
We've got
flash
new
indicator.
revised end user flow that we'll go over with Lily Gabrielle, as well as an improvement on stam, targetable feats, and parry flash.
Parry flash
indicator. One minor little precision is that the dodge attacks will be season 3. All this stuff that you see here in this list, other than that, is
coming next week.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. So first up, armor variations for pirate. We have 2 variations that will be coming in this update. They are the Devourer pirate variation set, and so you'll get a cape with this. You'll be able to make all the Warden mains jelly.
Not for me.
And it's a good looking set. I really like the little touches all over with the fur. And then we've also got the Devourer alternate. Yeah. But it has a great tattoo on the face that is affected by your material. And so these 2 will be coming in this TU, and then the other 2 will be coming in the following TU. And so Pirate's getting some fashion on. So you can look good when you walk the plank, you know what I'm saying? So let's jump into user end flow. Lily Gabrielle, your team worked really hard on this. So what does this mean? Do I get to spam A less?
No, you're still gonna be able to spam A. We don't want to take that away from you, but you're gonna get like the expected result, which is getting to the tab faster. So the main issue we had with the old end flow was all the flashy animation and the pop-ups. The pop-ups were making the experience very intrusive and long for the player. So now you're gonna get to the tabs faster if you want to, and all the tabs have a new layout. So everything, hero progression, battle pass progression, the dual rank, the rewards, and the next match option have a new look and feel. So we really focused on the players. We wanted them to have a better understanding of the progression they made in the previous match. So faster, clearer, more efficient, and very good looking. The art team did a great job. So yeah, we're really happy with the
Ouais, c'est
result.
plus rapide.
Yeah, better, faster, stronger. So does this mean I'm going to be able to have enough time to deploy my troops, rearrange my orders, and tweak my fashion?
Ok.
Hopefully you will. You only have 1 minute, but if you're fast
Oh, ça,
enough
c'est
on
bon.
the A button, you will have enough
I
time.
can get some fashion done quick.
Cool.
I'm real good at it.
Perfect. Yeah.
So this is awesome because that sometimes there was just so much A, and especially if you have the battle pass or there's an event pass going on. Sometimes it's just like, come on, I need to get stuff done.
Exactly.
So this is really nice. I like this
Ah,
a
c'est bon.
lot.
Stamina.
Mr. Stefan, what are you doing to stamina?
Well, I think it was spoiled actually in the gameplay that you might have seen in the previous few matches, but you see a couple benefits coming really quickly.
Je sais pas, j'ai rien
So
vu.
first, when you're out of stamina, the stamina pause will no longer apply in that case. And then second, whenever you stand up from the unbalanced state, you're going to fully replenish your stamina.
So what are Scentmane's going to do?
I think everyone's going to be all right. I think it's just you live in the land of
Before
the gray
update?
screen a lot less.
Okay.
You see here in this video, Hitakiri knocks down the Lawbringer, gets one full punish of light heavy, I want to say.
Ouais, puis tu vois que la stamina s'arrête quand il fait un brise-garde.
But then you can wake up into another unblockable, and you're like, well, I got to either parry this or take damage. And if you parry it, you go right back to the floor a lot of times. So we don't like that. We want players to get out of stamina. We want the big punish.
Ouais, mettez
But
lui.
we don't want 2 big punishes in a row, because that sucks.
Yeah, I've been caught by that.
Je vois rien.
You get sent-saned, you get back up, you whiff and eat the kick, and then you're right back into it.
Exactly. So it's still going to be rough to be out of stamina.
Ouais, mais
but,
t'as tellement pris le pire
there's
parce
like
que lui, c'est normal, là, si la stamina revient.
Like less rub in your face.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Ah, c'est pas le meilleur
So
exemple.
I think that's good news to some people.
Ça me
out
pose,
there.
ouais.
And then
Moi, j'ai vu qu'elle posait encore.
Am I still going to be able to yeet the feet?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can throw your feet across the map if you want, especially when you're unlocked. You can throw it in the wrong place, like we may have seen earlier as well. Oops.
No one
but
did
I've done that before.
No one did that.
No one
And
did
it
that?
definitely was not
But still.
YOLO that yeeted the feet into the bridge. Anyway.
We're going to get beat up after this segment. But so basically, yeah, we want that to still be possible, but we want it when you are locked and you throw a feat at a locked target, that it actually goes kind of where you expect. And the 2 cases that didn't happen before are if your opponent had stealth or if your opponent was dodging. Not that it wouldn't go near them, it would go like 1,000 miles away, and you're like, what's up with that? It should have at least gone to where they were.
Yeah, because there have been times where I've opted against feats because like I've seen like Fire Flask or something just whiff right through a Shigoki.
Yeah, and it's a game loser, right? When you throw it like here in this video, 1,000 miles away, like why, right? Like, so players were actually unlocking to throw it at the Shinobi properly here. So that was before, and now here you can see at least it goes to where the Shinobi is.
Oh, so you're not gonna have to unlock just to make sure you don't waste your feet.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
So they can still dodge in and get away, and everything's good for them if they are dodging and stuff. But yeah, it's good for you now.
Okay, awesome. And then
Fire Flash indicator.
What are you tweaking here? And I think both of you work together on this, like both of your teams.
It's a full team for everything, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and everything's got to get done this way. So I mean, like in terms of
Désactiver the Parry Flash indicator, which uses flash at the correct timing.
Have this Parry Flash indicator.
Yeah, so the team
Hop, c'est
added
direct
an
là.
option in the custom match menu to
Oh,
enable
wow.
and disable it, so it's optional.
Exactly, perfectly said. Thank you for the save.
Nailed it.
But yeah, so if you're in regular matchmaking, it's not going to apply. You're still going to get the parry indicator as normal gameplay. Nothing's being taken away. but you have the ability to
Peut
turn
flash
it off
enable.
in custom match, for example.
And
Ouais,
so
ben c'est fait pour
for the
aider,
smooth
ouais.
brains out there like myself, what is this?
Ouais.
What's the benefit of doing this?
So if you're watching this, you can see that little red flash
Disable.
that happens on the other video before this. Now
Enable.
that little red flash is
Ah.
gone.
On t'a disable, j'ai pas vu.
So what we're kind of hoping is that competitive players will be able to turn it off in their custom
Parce qu'ils ont
matches
montré rien qu'une fois.
to be able to be like,
Oh
our
non, c'est
team
terrible.
users and everybody else are kind of on the same footing where they
Non,
can't
non,
see
c'est
the
terrible.
flash and then be like, it's a real attack, therefore I parry, or not see the flash yet and therefore realize, hey, they feinted it.
Okay, so it's an equalizer.
That's a hope. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome, and thank you so much for all of your work on.
Ben, c'est
all
juste
of
en
this.
custom au moins.
You guys,
Okay, c'est
thanks
bon.
for joining on
Mais
Warriors Den. So awesome to have
c'est
you
sûr
on
pour
the
refaire
show.
des modes de jeu comme ça, un peu fun, tout ça, ok, mais
And we will be right
désactive
with,
jamais ça sinon.
what is the next segment?
Parce que ça sert aussi à savoir est-ce que tu as une possibilité de parer.
From the shadows. So thank you. We'll be right back with competitive update. See you guys.
Ça peut
soon.
t'aider aussi au moment où est-ce que tu dois deflect. Competitive date, je m'en fous un peu. Mais... Ah, Chris, quasiment 2 heures. Ah, il est long leur stream. J'ai quasiment envie de partir là. J'ai des trucs à faire moi après. Hein. T'attendais pas à ce que ça soit aussi long. Ça dit quoi dans le chat? Ouais, ça dit de la merde. Ça dit de la merde. Bon. C'est long. Ouais, et... Fou, la vague qui est partie. Ils en prennent du temps, en tout cas. Ah, je pensais que ça avait commencé. Déception. On se fait chier, hein. On se fait chier. Ouais, ouais. Ah, ça y est.
Back with the competitive update. I am
Ah,
joined
mais vous êtes
by
revenu?
Lisa Armada, Nutella, the Filthy Spaniard, and Verbalocity.
Me again?
How's everyone
Hell
doing
yeah.
today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, quite fine after those
Feeling-
matches.
Awesome.
Feeling
So-
filled up with victory.
Phrasing. Oh, you've got it. So we have 2 tournament types we're going to be talking about today. But first, Clarissa, let's talk about Dominion Series.
Yeah, well, just to catch people up, because it has been a while since we talked about competitive, anything related. The Dominion Series is our official program that we announced first in year 4. And this year, or at least the Dominion Series 2021, was our second iteration of the program. It just concluded in February, so first, congratulations to those winners. And, it's really cool because this was, ever since we announced running official competitive programs, since year 4, we were able to experience different formats, you know, and I think what's really cool about this time around is we are with some of the community members who have been behind the scenes, who have been helping us as well, working with our partners. So the one thing is, like, first, like I mentioned before, Dominion Series 2021 was the first time we ran a full year of competitive, like something every season. And I think that's something to commend to everyone involved, all the players, all the people in the on-air talent, and just it was just really cool. But you know, was it perfect? No, there obviously it wasn't perfect. There were a lot of things that we learned from it. So the reason why we haven't been saying anything since February was because we wanted to take time to sit back, think about what has been going on. You know, also look through all the feedback that we've gotten from players, from the viewers, and just like really take time to address all of these things. Because clearly there are a few things that have been very reoccurring, even before the Dominion series, such as like the gap between our pro players.
Ouais, est-ce que j'arrête la live là parce que ça devient intéressant après. Parce que moi ça m'intéresse pas.
The whole goal for year 6 at least is to we still want to support the competitive scene for sure.
Parce que j'ai des affaires.
And we want to take what we learned for the past, not just Dominion Series 2020.
On m'a arrêté là, moi. Fait que voilà. J'espère que ça vous a plu. D'ici là, à une autre fois.